You eliminate second chance opportunities, and the Magic could have a hard time scoring the basketball.
We talked about the Magic trying to keep the volume, the total number of threes equal. The numbers were equal, 9 apiece in the first half. And guess what? Orlando had the lead when they couldn't match the Celtics or come close to matching them for the three-point line. It was no contest, and that was the case in game number 1. Still to come on the Game 2 edition of Shaw's and Star Market Celtics tonight. We'll talk to Joe Mazzulla. When did we talk to him? We talked about Jason Tatum not playing. It wasn't official then, but pretty good idea he was not going to play in game number 2. Plus, we're going to talk to Joe about all the things that make Jrue Holiday so special. If you want to see important moments in a game, just watch Jrue Holiday because he will lead you to them. We will cover that with Joe Mazzulla. We'll take our trip around the NBA, kind of a dud night 4 in the NBA playoffs. Last night, as all 3 games were blowouts. But when we return, Kevin Majori has Sports Hub headlines, including the Red Sox over at Fenway. And then it's all leading to game number 2 between the Celtics and the Orlando Magic here at the Garden on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics radio.
For the best basketball talk every afternoon, don't miss Justin Termini and NBA legend Eddie Johnson on Sirius XM NBA Radio.
If you don't play as a team, you can't win.
They have too much talent, and now it's starting to show.
They're breaking down the top stories in the NBA and talking to the biggest names in the league.
It's Magic Johnson.
We've always been about winning championships.
Catch NBA Today with Justin Termini and Eddie Johnson. Weekday afternoons from 4 to 7 Eastern. Only on NBA Radio Channel 86 and the Sirius XM app.
Fantasy Sports Radio is introducing you to the future stars of fantasy football at the NFL Draft.
The top of this draft class has big-time talent. They're going to make an impact on fantasy football in 2025.
Find out which rookies you need to draft if you want to win your league right now.
I am getting Ashton Genty in 2025 in the earlier round.
Tomorrow night, follow the NFL Draft from a fantasy football perspective on Fantasy Sports Radio, Channel 87, and the Sirius XM app.
The NFL Draft is officially open.
Hear every pick of the NFL Draft on SiriusXM. NFL Radio will be live in Green Bay as Rick Neuheisel, Jim Miller, and Pat Kerwin provide instant analysis.
There's 32 draft boards, and none of them duplicate any other club.
As well as exclusive interviews with coaches, executives, and players.
First pick in the NFL Draft. Very honored.
Listen to every round of the NFL Draft starting tomorrow night at 8 Eastern on NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
The first place to talk hoops every weekday morning is the starting lineup with Frank Isola and Brian Scalabrine.
Overrated? Do you watch the guy play? He's unstoppable.
They're breaking down all the latest from the association.
I think he's a baller, and I think people would give up assets to get a guy like that.
Along with some laughs.
Kevin Durant, you need to get married and be miserable like the rest of us. Reprimanding the fans for booing. It's like, come on, man.
The starting lineup, weekday mornings from 7 to 10 Eastern. Only on Sirius XM NBA Radio, Channel 86, and the Sirius XM app.
Hey, this is Brian Geltzeiler. Wake up early with me in 2007 NBA Coach of the Year, Sam Mitchell, every Saturday morning from 7 to 10 a.m. Eastern as we break down everything NBA on Channel 86.
Sports Hub headlines presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
The Red Sox and Mariners get underway in a few minutes in Game 2 of a 3-game set at Fenway Park. Sean Newcomb gets the start for the Sox, Emerson Hancock for the Mariners. 3 games on the Stanley Cup playoff docket tonight. Game 2 between the Capitals and Canadiens is at 7. The Caps are up 1-0 in that one. Game 3 of a tied series between the Stars and Avalanche is in Colorado at 9:30. And the Kings up 1-0 in their series host the Oilers in Game 2 at 10 o'clock. Sports Hub headlines are brought to you by Valvoline. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com for 15% off your drive-thru oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. I'm Kevin Majori. Grandy and Max take you around the NBA next on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Today's game doesn't start with the tip-off. It starts off the court with all the work you put in. Putting in reps, putting out goals just to crush them, putting the doubters in their place, and putting together the right team so you can take what's yours. When you get ready, you stay ready to earn another W, because preparation is everything, on the court and off.
Mass Mutual is committed to helping all women plan, protect, and grow their financial futures. Learn more at massmutual.com/stay ready.
Boston, 26.2 miles of pure grit, just like your engine, pushing its limits. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Fast, reliable, just like a well-oiled machine, will keep you running smoothly. Whether you're conquering Heartbreak Hill or tackling the daily commute, the team at Valvoline Instant Oil Change has your back. Get in, get out, get back on the road within 15 minutes. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, because life's a marathon, not a sprint. The official oil change of keeping Boston moving.
To perform at the top of your game, you need up-to-the-minute skills. At Northeastern University's DeMoore McKim School of Business, we're not just keeping pace with the future, we're defining it. You'll gain business strategy expertise leveraging AI, data, and technology. Through transformative experiences, you'll prepare to lead with impact. Learn more at our weekly admissions events. Save your spot at northeastern.edu/business events.
Some vehicles are simply made. Cadillac vehicles are made to be iconic. And whether that's being made to be vibrant in an all-electric Lyriq, made to be epic in a luxurious Escalade, or made to be thrilling with the dynamic performance of CT4 and CT5, Cadillac is always made to be bold. This is Cedric Maxwell, and I can tell you that icons aren't just born, they're made. Visit your New England Cadillac dealer, the exclusive luxury vehicle of the 18-time world champion Boston Celtics. And me, Cedric Maxwell.
Hey Boston, did winter kick your asphalt?
The Moreland family here with Asphalt Engineering.
Driveways, parking lots, that's Asphalt Engineering's field. 877-411-PAVE.
Still kicking asphalt after 20 years.
Celtics and Magic getting set to go in game number 2. No Jason Tatum for Boston tonight. Our trip around the NBA brought to you by your Boston area Chevrolet dealers. Get a closer look at Chevy's award-winning lineup at your New England Chevy dealers. Find exciting offers, too, on the powerful Silverado and feature-packed all-new Equinox.
Nembhard down the left side, confronted by Antetokounmpo. The shot clock at 6. He backs it up and buries a 3 from out on the left edge, right in front of Doc Rivers, who calls a timeout.
What's up, hockey fans, basketball fans, sports fans from all over the world? Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. We have 7 live streams, every single NBA and NHL playoff game tonight. Man, we got some good ones on tab. Montreal and Washington, Dallas, Colorado, Edmonton and LA. What a night we have of hockey and basketball. Boston, Orlando. Should be a decent matchup. Memphis, Oklahoma City. The list goes on and on. And oh yeah, the Blue Jays are playing. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thank you for helping us create this amazing community where we chat it up, cheer on our favorite teams, and make a difference. With SickKids Hospital in Toronto, what a night we had last night during the Blue Jays game and the Maple Leafs game and the other streams. We raised over $305 directly to SickKids Hospital on the website. An amazing phone call with SickKids Hospital today. Lots of shout outs coming during the Leafs Game 3 tomorrow. That's what I'm getting ready for, as well as running all these fun live streams. We appreciate you being here. Hit that like, hit that subscribe if you're new. Turn on that bell. We're almost at 100K. Let us know where you're watching from in the chat. And thanks for keeping it classy. Cheers. We'll see you back in the chat. Good luck to your team.
The starting lineup, weekday mornings from 7 to 10 Eastern. Only on SiriusXM NBA Radio, Channel 86, and the SiriusXM app.
It's NFL Draft Week, and Sports Grid Radio on SiriusXM is talking about the impact every pick has on the sportsbooks.
Shedeur Sanders plus 160 right now to be a top 8 pick.
How many trades and how many players drafted at each position.
Quarterbacks taken in round number 1. 2.5 is the number.
We'll even track how each pick impacts the Super Bowl odds and team win totals.
I know there's a lot of people betting on him. They're going to lose their money.
Follow the NFL Draft Thursday at 8 in the East on Sports Grid Radio, Channel 159 in the car, and on the SiriusXM app.
This is Trey Anastasio from Fish.
Fish is known for legendary live performances.
The thing that I like the most is that everybody says yes to every idea.
And on-stage improvisation.
When I walk on stage, I've trained myself to go completely blank.
Dive into their weird and wonderful world with exclusive commentary and shows hosted by band members.
There's a lot more preparation than might be seen, but there's also a lot more abandoned than might be believed.
Fish Radio, Channel 29, and at home with the SiriusXM app.
The best place to get your basketball fix every weekday is Give and Go with Worldwide Wob, Rob Rob Perez and former NBA champion Antonio Daniels on NBA Radio.
If you got Steph, you got a chance.
Evan Mobley, his unicorn status is about to be unlocked.
They'll cover every story and talk to great guests across the association every afternoon.
NBA Hall of Famer Mike Breen.
Anything shy of certainly the finals would be a disappointment for the Celtics.
It's Give and Go. Weekdays from 1 to 4 p.m. Eastern. Only on NBA Radio Channel 86 and the SiriusXM app. NBA Radio on SiriusXM is available on your connected devices. Listen at home anytime you want with Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant, or however you stream in the house.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Hey, this is Brian Geltzeiler. Wake up early with me in 2007 NBA Coach of the Year Sam Mitchell every Saturday morning from 7 to 10 a.m. Eastern as we break down everything NBA on Channel 86.
It's time for the Coach's Interview, brought to you by Star Market. Check out the Star Market app, earn rewards, and save on your groceries and gas with Star Market for you. Download the Star Market app today. Now here's Sean standing by with the coach.
Second quarter. Come back with me now, if you will, to Sunday, second quarter. You're still up. It's 39-31. You're up by 8, but you called timeout. And not the first time you saw something coming before the rest of us did. But walk me through what you were seeing when you called that timeout, what happened right after, and what changed seemingly from the very start of the third quarter.
Yeah, I mean, I think that middle of the second quarter, we just lost our offensive poise a little bit, so to speak. I thought our spacing reads were off a little bit. I thought some of our rim reads were off a little bit, which allowed them to get out in transition. And, I thought they got the better of us in the middle of that second quarter, with some of their physical defense and then some of their offensive execution. And then I think in the third quarter we kind of regained that quickly, and obviously Drew's ball pressure, was the spearhead of that. But we just maintained our offensive poise and our defensive physicality.
My little chuckle there was for this. You and I have talked about clutch before. What's real, whether it's a thing, and I realize it is the nature of the beast to put all the emphasis on the end of games, or what we like to call clutch, and not the moments in the course of 200 possessions that can turn a game. But this I know. You watch Drew Holiday long enough, he will lead you to those moments because he always finds them.
He does, and they don't. These did add up on the stat sheet because some of them return those, but they don't always do, and they're at critical moments, whether it's offensive rebounds, whether it's big-time plays, illegal screens that he draws, fouls. He lives in the trenches, and it's been a huge advantage for us this year, and it's something that we heavily rely on.
Chris Paul has something like that as one of those genetic things. It's a game situation thing. I've just never – how do you know when you're drafting somebody? How do you know?
I don't know how you know when you're drafting them, but I make sure I try not to go a day without letting them know how happy we are to have them.
It boggles the mind. It's almost as if he leads you to. Max always likes to say he was taught by Tommy Heinsohn to lean into the guy you're rebounding against, that you're trying to box out, and he will lead you to the ball. And to me, watching Drew lead you to moments that matter, because he just seems to make those plays.
No question.
All right, 10 games without Jason this year. A couple of those were without a lot of guys, but most of them weren't. Is there a common theme to the games? If this becomes a night where you don't have them, are there common themes to the games when Jason Tatum has either not been on the floor or you haven't had him at all?
No, I think the common theme is, this is why you do what you do in the regular season. This was kind of the theme of our regular season, was versatility and identity, from the standpoint of, starting the season out without KP, getting KP back, having guys kind of in and out of the lineup on back-to-back, some guys missing some games, Jalen toughing it out, going through his thing. In that time, you never want to be in those situations. You want to be as healthy as you can and guys being great. But at the same time, you're developing versatility and identity. And so, that's why you do what you do. That's why you take on the perspective of it that you have. And we want what's best for our players, their health and safety. And when we don't have that, we have an opportunity to be as versatile as we can with our lineups.
It feels like the story and the foul and the situation with Jason kind of took a little bit away from the attention that Peyton would have got for winning that award yesterday. And he's starting to get it now. And obviously throughout the course of the year, he's gotten plenty of flowers. But it occurs to me, we talk about MVP, when we joke about Coach of the Month, so many of these awards we call team awards. Nobody ever really calls sixth man a team award, but in so many ways it is.
I think the space of the award comes from the people that win it knowing that they're good. I think in order to have a great team, you have to have more than 5 starters, and you have to have a group of people who know they're better than what they're may be asked to do in sometimes. And I think in Peyton's case, the humility, but also the competitive nature that he knows he can start on teams in the NBA. He knows he could do even more than what he's doing. But I think the humility to live in a space of impacting it because you care about the guys around you. That is what makes a team special. That's what makes a locker room special. That's what these guys have, and I think Peyton has really exemplified that this year.
I don't know what makes someone go viral in China, but you telling Jason to get up the other day did. Mostly, I was just grateful because it allowed me to do the same thing with my son.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
get up.
I talked about it before, and I used the word love, and at the end of the day, I'm only here to have relationships with the guys, and I'm grateful for the relationships that they allow us to have, and those things mean more than anything. And you get moments in your time together to where you can build on those relationships, and I love him with all my heart, and as a person first and a player, and so that's really what it's about.
I'm sure something else will be trending after game 2, so not to worry.
Yeah.
Celtics and Magic next on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub, Celtics Radio Network.
At Amica Insurance, we've been protecting New Englanders for generations. Long before the first Celtics banner was raised or the iconic parquet floor was laid. For 117 years, Amica's been providing world-class service across auto, home, and life insurance. So you can count on Amica to show up for you like you show up for the Celtics. Amica Insurance, proud sponsor of the 18-time world champion Boston Celtics.
Grow your success this summer with UMass Lowell. Learn from incredible faculty, benefit from incredible affordability with UMass Lowell.
All roads start with golf. The daily commute, road trips, reunions, even tip-off at TD Garden. They all start with golf. While most focus on the destination, at golf, they focus on the journey. And with the Golf Pay app, Celtics fans can score savings like 5 cents off per gallon every day, along with a fast and convenient way to pay. Golf, the official fuel partner of the Boston Celtics. It all starts here. See app for details.
Visit the 99 restaurant the day after the Red Sox win and get a free kids meal with every adult entree purchased. The 99 restaurant, the official family restaurant of the Boston Red Sox.
Wendy's has this new bold Cajun Crunch chicken sandwich, and I'm kind of crushing hard on this Sammy. I hope it likes me back. For a sandwich you'll love, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's. Hours may vary by location.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
For the Orlando Magic, the blueprint wasn't complicated. Make their first-round series a rock fight. Sunday in Game 1, though, they came face-to-face with a harsh reality. You may get your rock fight, but you don't have the best slingshot. Jalen, a couple of pump fakes. He's going to step into the mid-block in his 14-footer. Bounces out. Pritchard keeps the rebound alive, swatting it to Tatum, who shovels out to Jalen Brown, who ducks the shoulder. Drive strong. Two-hand slam. Peyton Pritchard is creating havoc.
Pritchard inside out. Just kept that basketball alive.
A convincing Game 1 win that came with an inconvenient price. The Celtics' title defense takes an early plot twist as they play without Jason Tatum in Game 2 with the Orlando Magic. Next.
This is Boston Celtics basketball.
The 1957 season is over. The Celtics are the world champions.
The Celtics are brought to you by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks and presenting sponsor of the Celtics Radio Network. Please bet responsibly. Amica Insurance, your New England Ford dealers, UMass Lowell, Cambridge Savings Bank, Comcast Business, Bosch Tools, Kelly's Roast Beef, Catches Law, and by Ticketmaster.
The ball game is over. The Celtics have won the world championship.
Also brought to you by Clinton Savings Bank, your New England Chevy dealers, Live Nation, Gulf Oil, Mass Mutual, Charles D. Sheehy, VA New England, FindMassMoney.gov, and by Town Fair Tire.
The Boston Celtics have won the world championship for the 15th time.
By Shaw's and Star Market, your New England Honda dealers. Corona, Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Ram, Northeastern Damore McKim School of Business. Piantadosi Baking Company, your New England Cadillac dealers. And by DraftKings Sportsbook.
It is banner 17. The mission statement is mission accomplished. It is banner 18. The mission commanded is mission accomplished.
Now, here's Sean Granty and Cedric Maxwell.
At TD Garden, where they're filing in still for the early start. Celtics opening tip and playoff coverage brought to you by Amica Insurance, the exclusive auto, home, and life insurance partner of the Celtics. As the team defends the title, visit Amica.com today to learn more about Amica's award-winning service. No changes for Orlando. Corey Joseph, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. They have got to be better. So does Wendell Carter at the center spot in support of Franz Wagner and Paolo Banchero, who is spectacular in game number 1. The Celtics will do something they haven't done tonight in 8 years. That's play a playoff game without Jason Tatum. They'll sound like this.
Derek White, University of Colorado.
Drew Holiday, UCLA.
Jaylen Brown, California, Berkeley.
Al Horford, University of Florida.
Kristaps Porzingis, Baloncesto Sevilla.
Opening tip brought to you by Gulf Oil. You can score 5 cents on per gallon with GoPay. Download the GoPay app today for the fast and convenient way to pay at the pump. Go proud to be the official fuel partner of the Boston Celtics. See app for details. We've had 72 hours of conversation, Max, about the foul. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Was it too much? Al Horford. How much of that is in players' minds when the ball goes up in the air now?
Absolutely none. Get out and you start playing. But if you get the opportunity at Pope, don't think that somebody might not want to retaliate in the 2000 way, 2025 way.
Double road uniforms here in game number 2. Celtics in the road green, white letters and numbers. They'll go left to right in the first half of game 2. Orlando in the navy blue uniforms, white letters and numbers. They will go right to left. Porzingis wins the opening tap, thrown up by Ed Malloy against Wendell Carter. Celtics get it first, and away we go. Thanks for being here for game number 2. Drew Holiday, who was spectacular in game 1. Bounce pass lead. Porzingis dives in and misses a layup. Carter may have got a piece of that. Here comes Banchero. Threads the needle, finding Wagner, who scoops it up and misses the layup. Rebound, Jaylen Brown. Wagner on the rough go, 10 of 24 in game number 1. Porzingis, who missed 7 of his 8 shots, finds Jaylen Brown. Now the conversation will be about how healthy is Jaylen. He's going to pull up, shoot a 3, and knock it down to begin game 2.
Well, trying to get your shot off. You want one of your guys to establish themselves early. They went to Porzingis. He missed. This time he come back. Brown knocks it down.
He did not make a 3. Jaylen did not in game 1. He makes one of the opening seconds of game 2.
Wow. Going off Banchero like that.
Banchero, guarded by Jaylen Brown, swings it back to Franz Wagner. Celtics dare him to shoot. He's going to drive, pull up at 12 feet, and knock down the jumper on Porzingis. Porzingis got caught in between. You let him shoot the 3. You don't let him shoot from there. Drew Holiday wearing a white t-shirt under the green uniform, white headband, steps to his left, launches a 3. That's off. Offensive rebound, though. Porzingis kick out Derek White. He pump fakes. Horford going to hand to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen, left-hand dribble drive, taking Wagner with him to the basket, scoops it up and in. Jaylen's got the first 5.
Back on defense then, number 1 the other way.
Banchero, pull up at 15, swish. Magic all year. They don't generate a lot of offense, but they get so many stops. They can create decent shots in transition. Joseph trying to guard Jaylen Brown here. Jaylen bumps him once, kick out. Drew Holiday has it. Steps around Banchero in deep, switches to the left hand, misses the layup. Rebound Wagner. Celtics by 1, 5-4. Wagner drives, kick to the far corner. Carter thought about launching one. Instead, Derek White in his face. So Carter pounds him with the shoulder, left-hand dribble into the paint. Blocked from behind by Porzingis and scooped off the ground by Al Horford.
Always somebody coming from the backside.
That time, this is a 7'3" guy. Derek White deep on the left side, turns the corner, drives on Banchero, gets in deep, flips it up, does not get the bounce, rebound, pinballed around. Al Horford wanted a loose ball foul, didn't get it. Banchero, long lead pass for Joseph. Joseph bats Drew Holiday away, floats it up and in a split second before Horford could get back there to block it, and the Magic have the lead 6-5.
Why didn't he block it? Because he was down on this end. Dribbling.
Drew Holiday, left-hand dribble drive. Joseph slides his feet in front of him. Holiday diagonal kick out. Horford pretty good look for 3.
Where would you be without Al Horford? Where the heck would you be without Al Horford?
You wouldn't be the 2 seed, that's for sure. Banchero, they leave him alone to shoot a 3. It's flat and wide right. Celtics lead by 2, and here comes Jaylen up the left side. Picked up by Banchero. Jaylen dribbling between his legs. Has it in the right hand. Holiday sets the screen. Jalen moving to his right. Joseph, the smaller man in front of him. Jalen Brown bumps him, elevates, tough shot off the wrong foot. Back iron, no good. Porzingis taps the offensive rebound out to Drew Holiday. Drew puts it to the floor with one dribble. Banchero waiting on the baseline. Holiday pulls it out. Now enters to Horford in the paint. Snatches it away from Joseph. Muscles it up, no good. They are really being physical. Woo. Fans want a foul, don't get it. See if the Celtics can match the physicality. Banchero knocks Holiday away, flies in for an awkward shot that's no good. He wanted a foul, but not calling it on either end. Derek White the other way. The way they're officiating the first 3.5 minutes certainly favors Orlando, but Celtics showed in the second half of game one they're happy to play this way. Holiday bounce pass for Jalen Brown at the elbow. Banchero hands in his face. Jalen lobs it down low. Horford catches, and finally there's enough hand fighting to draw a foul, and it is on Caldwell Pope, who will hear his name announced, and he'll probably get some boos.
Tatum
there you go.
In.
Jason Tatum walking from the tunnel. His tan sweater. Puts a seat on the bench. First time he will watch a playoff game. Wow, Jalen Brown gets picked right on the side of the bounds, which is away from the ball. Holiday steps back in the corner. His three blocked by Banchero. Holiday pounces on the loose ball, trying to feed out to Porzingis, but Joseph saw it coming, and he steps in the passing lane and picks it off. Joseph for Banchero deep on the right side. Now Wendell Carter straight away. Celtics back two early here in game two. Entry deflected by Porzingis and stolen. Well, they try to force that in. They're forgetting the fact that Porzingis is bigger than everybody else. Entry, Jalen Brown goes strong on Joseph, muscles it up and in with the left hand.
Well, I tell you what, they are bumping and grinding right now. I don't care who you are. You're going to have to play up and tight because these guys are hitting.
You having some flashbacks right now? We're bringing it back to the good old days. 10-6, Boston by 4. Jalen Brown's got 7 in the early going. Banchero enters to Franz Wagner, dives in, scoops it up and in, avoiding the Porzingis block.
A little chippiness out there. Some of these guys.
This is just game 2. 10-8. Celtics with the early lead. Jalen Brown moving to his right against Wendell Carter. Starts his drive down the right side. Feeling contact. He throws it up, but those aren't the fouls they're calling here early in game 2. Banchero the rebound into the front court. Horford waiting for him. Diagonal kick to the far corner. Joseph 3, no good. Rebound Celtics again. And now Horford outlets to Jalen.
It's giving me little flashbacks to going back.
They are letting them play here in the early going. 5 minutes in. Porzingis catch and shoot. Left side 3. No good. Too strong. And a rebound from Franz Wagner. Porzingis is now 1 for 10 to begin the series. Holiday dogging Franz Wagner, and he barely gets it ahead of Banchero across half court. Banchero against Jalen Brown. Picks up his dribble, finds Wagner, up fakes the 3, starts his drive. Holiday takes the lane away, so he returns to the Banchero. Shot clock down to 4. Banchero, deep 3, rims out, rebound Horford. Jalen Brown, quick diagonal outlet for Derek White. Up the left side, here's the entry. Porzingis catches against Banchero. One dribble, turns, draws contact, banks it no good, but Porzingis will be at the free throw line when we return. They are slugging it out here early in game 2. 5 minutes, 36 seconds in. Boston 10, Orlando 8 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
The best place to get your basketball fix every weekday is Give and Go with Worldwide Wob, Rob Perez, and former NBA champion Antonio Daniels on NBA Radio.
If you got Steph, you got a chance.
Evan Mobley, his unicorn status is about to be unlocked.
They'll cover every story and talk to great guests across the association every afternoon.
NBA Hall of Famer Mike Breen.
Anything shy of certainly the finals would be a disappointment for the Celtics.
It's Give and Go, weekdays from 1 to 4 p.m. Eastern, only on NBA Radio Channel 86 and the Sirius XM app.
Hey, do you ever wonder how life might look if you'd saved a little more? Well, April is Financial Literacy Month, and Planned to AT is here to help. We're a nonprofit helping young people improve their futures through financial wellness education. Our fun, simple workshops help students build healthy money habits and get them ready for the workforce. Text PTAT to 26989 to learn how you and your company can get involved. That's PTAT to 26989.
Up front tonight, the breaking news.
Get closer to what's happening right now with the Sirius XM News channels.
Battles over tariffs are still roiling markets.
From cable news to business.
And so the markets need to be prepared for that and the volatility.
And international.
The IDF is expanding activities in Gaza where military operations...
The Sirius XM News channels, starting at channel 112 and on the Sirius XM app.
The first place to talk hoops every weekday morning is the starting lineup with Frank Isola and Brian Scalabrine.
Overrated? Do you watch the guy play? He's unstoppable.
They're breaking down all the latest from the association.
I think he's a baller, and I think people would give up assets to get a guy like that.
Along with some laughs.
Kevin Durant, you need to get married and be miserable like the rest of us. Reprimanding the fans for booing. It's like, come on, man.
The starting lineup, weekday mornings from 7 to 10 Eastern. Only on Sirius XM NBA Radio, Channel 86, and the Sirius XM app.
Celtics by 2, 10-8, and they are letting them play here in the early part of game number 2. Don't take a time out from your day to do your expenses. Do it. Over 30,000 customers have done, and switch your business to Ramp. Learn more at ramp.com/hub. Celtics and Magic. And Orlando will fly back to Orlando tonight. Celtics will fly down there tomorrow. Well hydrated as Max will be right now.
Yeah.
Well, anything, you're probably not getting hydrated with anything that you have to do the can top. I mean, I guess there is water now that has that, but
yeah, there is. They pop differently now.
Early starts, 6:30 on the network, both Friday and Sunday for Game 3 and Game 4 in Orlando. Celtics had not played a playoff game in Orlando. We talk often about how we're approaching the 30th anniversary. Celtics leading this game 10-8, by the way. Porzingis free throws coming. The Orlando Magic famously closed Boston Garden. 30th anniversary of that is coming up. Penny, Shaq, Game 4 in the first round in 1995, played the final game. But what nobody remembers, except me because I'm sick that way, the Celtics closed Amway Arena. They played the final playoff game there. They actually lost it. It was Game 5. Remember, the Celtics won the first 3 games of the Eastern Conference Finals in 2010. Lost the 4th game here, extending the series. Lost the 5th game when Dwight Howard elbowed Big Baby, and he was staggering around.
Knocked out.
Yeah, he was out on his feet. And then the Celtics, of course, won Game 6 back here. But the Orlando Magic closed Boston Garden with a playoff win, and the Celtics closed Amway Arena 15 years later, and the symmetry of it. That was, first one was 30 years ago, the second one was 15 years ago. Now the Celtics and Magic meeting again. Porzingis, who was had a rough start to this series, 1 of 10 from the floor, and he just missed a free throw. Second one is in the air and good. 11-8, Boston by 3. Celtics struggled in the non-Tatum minutes in Game 1. The Magic got outscored 19-6 in the 5.5 minutes. Jamal Mosley dared to take Banchero out in Game 1. Banchero right-hand dribble, bounce pass for Carter, going to pull up at 12 feet. His jumper does not fall. They need those to go desperately if you're going to have Drew Holiday guarding Banchero, which is what we have here in the early going. Behind the back bounce pass, Holiday to Porzingis. His 3 is no good. On the rebound for Banchero. Eventually these are going to go, but Porzingis a little bit of a farce here to begin the postseason. Banchero, this time guarded by Derek White, throws out to Carter. Porzingis dares him to shoot. He won't. Finds Banchero right side against Jaylen Brown. Joseph swings to the left side. Wagner. Couple of dribbles to the right hand, switches to the left, knocks Derek White away. Here comes Holiday in the double team. Kick out, open 3 for Joseph is good.
So those guys always come on the backside. They try to attack. This time they got caught with a hand in the cookie jar.
I'm not sure double teaming Wagner is necessary to give Orlando open 3s. We're tied at 11. Jaylen Brown straight away. Wendell Carter, hands at his face. Here's the left-hand dribble drive. Jaylen Brown gets in deep, shows him the ball, kicks to the far corner. Horford touches out to Porzingis. He's due, but the 3 is way off. Offensive rebound. Caroms right to Derek White, who muscles it up, no good. But he does get a second foul on Banchero.
Ball comes off, and what you have, Derek White following that ball up. Go right into Banchero.
What do you do now if you're Jamal Mosley? That is your security blanket right now. As Michael Wilbon said today, it's been Paolo and the Miracles for Orlando. Derek White's first free throw is good. Breaking the tie, and here comes the newly minted 6th man of the year, Peyton Pritchard. It's a big ovation. He'll come get Porzingis. Needless to say, Celtics going smaller.
Bring a guy, take you out 7'2", bringing the guy almost a little bit, maybe 6'2".
I know I got a little pushback from some fans as Derek White makes a free throw when I dared suggest that. I was surprised the voting was as lopsided as it was. I thought Beasley would be closer and probably should have been, but the voting is, I mean, you can't split your vote. Even if it's close, same thing's going to happen with the SGA and Jokic. Joseph down the left side, spins back on Holiday, throws it behind the back, bounce pass for an open Banchero for three, and the Magic have the lead. Banchero 2 of 5. That's his first three. Made 4 of them in game 1 on Sunday. Al Horford from the free throw line. Kick out Jaylen Brown. Up fakes the three. Now we'll take it as Banchero sails by and makes another one. And how about this start here for Jaylen Brown? 4 of 6. He is in double figures already. 16-14. Banchero drives. Holiday reaching out to try to knock the ball away. Ends up committing the foul.
I thought double clutching then by JB, he wouldn't be able to make that jump shot, but cleanly knocked it down. And Carroll just used that big body, and when Drew has that hand sticking out, he goes right to the hands.
All the things you lose are obvious with Tatum, but he will never get credit for being the defender that he is. In game 1, as Banchero misses the first free throw, the Celtics still lead by 2. Jason Tatum, everyone had just wanted to see him not shoot well and say, oh, Jason Tatum, it's a playoff game, but he didn't shoot well. Jason Tatum was the game's leading rebounder and led the game in plus-minus.
Don't let the stats give you away.
Or the facts. Celtics went 8-2 this year without Jason Tatum. 8-0 against the rest of the league and 0-2 against Orlando. Both those games in Orlando. Jason Tatum has not played yet in that building this year. 1 of 2 free throws for Banchero. 16-15. Boston by 1. Jaylen Brown straight away. 4:20 to go, first quarter of game 2. Jaylen Brown switches to the left hand. Pull up on Caleb Houston. Elbow jumper is way off, and the rebound for Wendell Carter. Banchero gets some help from Caldwell Pope. Exposing the ball. Pritchard knocks it loose. Holiday trying to pounce on it. Banchero dives on it, and the Celtics immediately tie him up for a jump ball.
Good job then by Banchero to get on the floor after that basketball. Pritchard, they didn't get on the floor, but that big body he got on the floor and knocked it away.
Banchero cannot be exposing the ball like that around Drew Holiday. That's
well, he can. He just won't have it in his hands long.
You don't want to be a piece of dust when you hear that dust buster going, because you know it's in a matter of time.
Yeah, well, who's that playing jump? Van Halen.
Dustbuster reference and Van Halen at the same time. What year is it? Now we have Banchero and Pritchard jumping it up, and I think this is going to get overruled as Brent Barnaky coming from the backside saying, no, we got Pritchard already trying to cheat here, obviously giving away that 7-8 inches on his jump ball. It's at center court. Banchero wins it forward into the hands of Houston. He got knocked down, fouled by Jaylen Brown. Jaylen saying, I was going for the ball, and then Malloy says, I don't really care. You fouled. First on Jaylen.
This is the thing that Jaylen can't get today, these kind of fouls in this situation.
Sam Hauser just checked in. Fancy and reacting to the replay of the Jumbotron. 16-15, Boston by 1. Anthony Black, Caleb Houston out there with Caldwell Pope, Carter, and Banchero. See how many minutes Banchero plays tonight. He's getting dogged by Pritchard here. Banchero spins. Help comes from Hauser. Kick cross court. Houston touches out to Caldwell Pope, who moves to his left. He got Holiday up in the air. Holiday crashes into him, and now you got 2 fouls in the first quarter on Drew Holiday.
That's his second, third team foul.
And now the Celtics will have to counter and go bigger because Luke Cornett is next up.
Next guy on the tunnel pole.
So now the Celtics will try to defend here with Tatum out. Now White and Holiday both out of the game. Celtics will go with Cornett, Horford, Hauser, Pritchard with Jaylen Brown. Anthony Black. Dribble handoff for Banchero straight away. Cornett closest to him. Banchero sizes up his options. Going to pull up at the right elbow. His jumper is good. This dude's going to be a problem this entire series. He's got 8 in the first quarter. 17-16. Orlando by 1. Pritchard. Watched by Banchero. Finds Horford straight away. Now left side. Hauser catches. Magical right up on you. Ball moves to Pritchard against Banchero. Pritchard. Stutter step. Right hand. Attacks Banchero. Gets in deep. Scoops and misses the layup. Rebound. Horford kept it alive, but it's Banchero gobbles it up. Pritchard got all the way to the rim and couldn't finish.
Banchero almost picked up another foul.
Banchero against Cornett. Step back, 18 feet. No good. Rebound, Jaylen Brown.
Good job. Rebounding basketball. Want to see Jalen do a lot of that tonight.
Celtics +3 on the glass. Jalen stop and start drive, and he got pushed in the back by Anthony Black after the stop and start move. First on him, fourth team foul, so Orlando no longer has a foul to give. 2:52 to go, opening quarter of game 2. Orlando 17, Boston 16 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Whether you're carpooling the kids to the gym or catching a game at the Garden, those parking lots have one thing in common: Ford SUVs. Because whether you're hauling gear to practice or getting the gang together on Causeway, there's a Ford SUV that's just right for you and your crew, including the Ford Explorer with seating for up to 7 and the Bronco Sport with standard GOAT modes and 4x4 capability. Make your next stop your New England Ford dealers.
You ready for the Celtics season? Yeah. Celtics tonight.
It's important to start them young. That's why Amica Insurance and the Celtic Shamrock Foundation are teaming up to improve access to early childhood education across New England so that the next generation gets the start they deserve. Amica Insurance is a proud sponsor of the 18-time world champion Boston Celtics.
Fresh berries are bountiful and now on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Today through Thursday, buy 2, get 1 free on 1-pound strawberries, pint blueberries, or 6-ounce raspberries or blackberries. Yes, it's a very good sale. Pick 2 of your favorite berries and get a 3rd free. Lowest price item is free. Short on time? Order free curbside pickup or get delivery. Fresh berries are ripe and ready. Hurry in and save today. Shaw's and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh.
The NBA 82-game grind is done. Ready for all the playoff drama? Get in on the playoff action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. DraftKings has been the home of NBA player props all season, and that's continuing all the way through the playoffs. It's super easy for first-timers to get started. Try betting something simple, like picking a team to win and make your pick. It is that easy. Here's something special for first-timers as well. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. So make it a playoff run to remember with DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SportsHub. That's code SportsHub for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Hope is here. 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. GameSenseMA.com. Massachusetts only. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
Put on my Buddy Ryan hat and be Buddy Ryan? All right, I'll be Buddy Ryan for you for a minute in the way he treated the press. I don't give a what you think. I'm going to run my and I'm going to run it down your throat. What are you going to do about it? There's Buddy Ryan.
There was only one, Steve Mongo McMichael, who passed away a couple of hours ago after a long battle with ALS. Very few people thinking of football. Pop crowds up on the Jumbotron. Celtics trailing 17-16 here late in the first quarter of game 2. There are the very limited number of people who've won a Super Bowl, let alone been a part of maybe the greatest team of all time, the 85 Bears, and also been a member of the Four Horsemen with Ric Flair. But Steve McMichael, with both of those things, had the opportunity to call a couple fights with him a few years, about 10 years ago in Chicago. It's an extraordinary life and career that he had. And our thoughts from the family of Steve McMichael. Yeah, we got a chance to meet him, I assume.
No, never did.
One of the all-time greats. Jaylen Brown's at the free throw line here. He gets the first one to tie the game. Celtics will be shooting free throws the rest of the way here in the first quarter.
Had a couple of Ric Flair's buddies, but not that one.
I bet you have.
Oh.
Jaylen Brown gets free throws. His youngest daughter has gone on to quite a career. 18-17, Boston by 1. 2:45 to go in the first. Game 2 of the best of 7 Eastern Conference quarterfinals. Celtics playing their first playoff game without Jason Tatum since the conference finals 8 years ago. Here's the entry. Jonathan Isaac drops it, has a back kick out. Wagner, he's got time. He's open. His 3, though, is short. And a rebound, Jaylen Brown.
A good rebound again.
This has been the issue with the Magic all year. They just don't have enough shooting. Celtics by 1. 2:20 to go in the first. Jaylen Brown straight away. Against Gary Harris. Trying to switch to the left hand. Fumbled it. Has it back. Shot clock down to 6. Jaylen got to go here. Dribbles it off his own foot. Lost the ball. Gary Harris hands it off to Caleb Houston. Houston running up the back of Sam Hauser. Turns at an awkward angle and banks it in.
Brown putting the ball on the floor a little bit too much. The crowd.
Make that Anthony Black on that bucket. Black now out there with Harris, Isaac, Cole Anthony, and Franz Wagner. I really think Cole Anthony is going to be a major factor in this series for Orlando. Celtics down by 1, having trouble scoring here. Without Tatum, Porzingis, he is due. He rises and is stripped to the ball, but he got fouled. That was a reach in by Anthony Black.
But that is one of the things that Porzingis does really well. He will punish you with that double team. Took his time, then went right into the hands. That was close to being that ball knocked away. They say hand is part of basketball. It'll be interesting. Not challenged.
That was a Hail Mary by Anthony Black as Porzingis had him in so deep. His only chance was to slap the ball away. And he picks up the foul. Porzingis missed 1 of 2 earlier. Knocks one down here. You don't want, we've discussed this a lot, you don't want a guy who cannot make a shot. Keep sending him to the free throw line where you can see the ball go in. Porzingis 0 for 4 in the first quarter. So 1 for 12 to start the series. Bounces the second one in. Celtics regain the lead, 20-19. The Celtics are shooting 28% from the floor, and they have the lead. 5 of 18. Anthony Black. Franz Wagner down the right side. Porzingis waiting for him. Wagner turns, goes to a hook shot, somehow over Porzingis and gets it to go.
Didn't even see the rim.
No way he did.
Great shot, though.
21-20. Orlando back in front. Peyton Pritchard down the left side, blows by Isaac, lobs it up for Cornette, and Cornette got fouled, hit by Wagner. So Cornette will get free throws. And this is Orlando Magic basketball right now. This is the rock fight that they wanted. They got it in game 1 and ended up facing a team that had a better slingshot. Tonight, the biggest rock in that Celtics slingshot is Jason Tatum, and he is sitting on the bench in street clothes. Cornette gets the first free throw to tie it.
Well, Orlando is going to have some more scoring. And bring off those guys off the bench. Guys like Cole Anthony have to come through and score for them if they're going to get started.
Sort of keeping an eye. We got a decent look. We can't see much from where we sit, but we can see Jason Tatum. And just thinking about what he's going through emotionally right now, not being able to play. He likes to play Tuesday night games in Charlotte. And to not be able to play in a playoff game. Remember Kevin Garnett, 15, 16 years ago, could not handle it when he was hurt in 09. Free throw's good for Cornette. Celtics back in front, 22-21. Isaac sets the screen. Franz Wagner down the right side. Porzingis backs up. Help comes from Jaylen Brown. To the kick out, Cole Anthony. Drove behind his back. Driving on Pritchard. Takes 2 long steps. Over the shoulder pass. Hits Cornette. Hauser comes up with it, but his lead pass gets to Jaylen. Jaylen over the shoulder for Pritchard. He tried to lob it down low, and a calamitous possession. Ends up with back-to-back turnovers, and the Magic have it back here with a 2-for-1, 43 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Well, this is brutal, ugly to watch. Cole Anthony steps to 18 feet. His jumper is no good. The rebound for Hauser. Celtics could get a 2-for-1 here. Pritchard knows it. He's going to attack. Pump fake. Slows up. Gets hit from behind and foul. And Pritchard draws free throws here with 30 seconds to go in the quarter.
Great move. Understood really what he wanted to do. Got towards the hole. And then slowed down just a little bit. Cole Anthony goes up. Hits him in the back of the head. Now, this is one thing I'm starting to see with Orlando, what they're doing. They're not giving up these easy shots. If they're going to foul you, they're going to foul you.
They committed 7 fouls in the first quarter. Pritchard got to the line about once a game during the regular year, and he got fouled shooting a 3 in game 1, so he's now 4 for 4 in the series from the line. Isaac comes out. Banchero's brief rest is over.
Carroll's rest is over, and all of a sudden, Al Horford's rest is over. They're bringing Al back in to go against Banchero.
He sidles up right next to Banchero in the lane, waiting on the second free throw from Pritchard.
Oh,
no good. Banchero has the rebound. The Celtics have missed 2 free throws here in this first quarter. They lead by 2, 23-21. Magic haven't generated the kind of offense that's going to even get them free throws. The Celtics shooting 28%, and they're up by 2. 15 seconds to go in the quarter, 8 on the shot clock. Cole Anthony switches to the left hand, drives on Al Horford. He's deep in the paint, turns, kick out. Wagner, pretty good look. Right side three, sails it too strong. Rebound Horford, 5 seconds to go, and Pritchard's got it. It's the Pritching hour. Pritchard, pump fake, launches the three. It's in time, but it's short, and that's how the first quarter will come to an end. And it was an ugly one to watch. The Celtics go 5 of 19 from the floor, and yet still have the lead. Rock fight central. End of one in game 2. Boston 23, Orlando 21. On the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter with high-tech features and excellent reliability. Check out the Honda Civic, Accord, or HR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.99% APR on a 2025 Civic or a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or HR-V.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
Become a top performer with UMass Lowell's online MBA. Consistently ranked among the top by U.S. News and World Report. Discover UMass Lowell's online MBA at uml.edu/online.
Man, that was easy.
Bulldog Rotary Hammer!
Hello?
It is I, He-Man, your inner Bosch.
Inner...
Bosch!
I'm sorry, what?
That powerful feeling you get when you can powerfully blast through concrete. Say it with me.
What, like right now?
Yes! We have the power!
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
Today's game doesn't start with the tip-off. It starts off the court with all the work you put in. Putting in reps, putting out goals just to crush them, putting the doubters in their place, and putting together the right team so you can take what's yours. When you get ready, you stay ready to earn another W, because preparation is everything, on the court and off.
Mass Mutual is committed to helping all women plan, protect, and grow their financial futures. Learn more at massmutual.com/stay ready.
Visit the 99 restaurant Monday through Wednesday for their new big deal meal. The crispy fried twin catch with North Atlantic cod and crispy shrimp. Just $14.99 every Monday through Wednesday. You gotta love the nines.
Ford F-150 first quarter of Game 2 was brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Hurry in to get employee pricing on the full lineup of vehicles. Ford, from America, for America, and from TD Garden. The Celtics and the Orlando Magic in an absolute slugfest of the first quarter of Game 2. Celtics lead 23-21 as we go to the second quarter. And the good news here for Orlando, it's been 5 quarters of basically these games going how they want them to go. The bad news is they lost the first game and they're down by 2 at the end of one here.
Well, the game is played at their pace. As you said, a bumping and grinding, they're not calling some fouls inside out. I think I've seen a lot of touching and bumping around there, but for the most part, what you see is the Celtics are trying to utilize their speed and their size really to attack. Got to get the ball to Porzingis in the paint and let him see 1 or 2 of these things go down for him to get excited about shooting again.
It's crazy that Orlando is 9 of 20, 45%. Celtics 5 of 19, 26%, but Boston has the lead because Orlando is not. They're defending hard and they're being physical, but they're fouling. Free throw attempts 12-2 in that first quarter. Orlando going with the bench group. Franz Wagner is the only starter on the floor with Black, Isaac Harris, and Cole Anthony, who's got it here as we begin the second quarter. Celtics with Cornette, Pritchard, Hauser, Porzingis, and White. So that's his ivory towers out there. Anthony Black pull up 3, no good. On the rebound for Peyton Pritchard. Orlando 2 of 8 from 3. As you know, they were dead last in the regular season shooting 3s. Volume and percentage. Peyton Pritchard straight away against the much taller Jonathan Isaac. Wants to go to Porzingis against Franz Wagner. That's where the ball goes at the free throw line. Porzingis, ball fake, steps to the left elbow. His jumper is true. And finally, Porzingis gets one to go.
Well, you're trying to pick up another foul on Wagner.
So what did the Magic do here with Banchero on the bench? It was a disaster for them in Game 1. Driving down the middle of the floor, Black, man at the rim. Porzingis alters the shot. Offensive rebound, Isaac. His putback is blocked, but he comes up with it again. Kick out, Harris moves it to the right corner. Anthony Black driving on Cornette. 2-hand slam. He beat Cornette clean.
Yeah, beat him and just exploded up towards him.
It's good to be young. 25-23. Boston by 2. Derek White moving to his right. That's by Gary Harris. Pritchard comes out, sets the screen. That puts Cole Anthony on Derek White. Derek throws the left shoulder into him, dribbling with his right. Now gets the Porzingis screen, floats it back to Porzingis. Pretty good look, straightaway three. No good. Rebound Cornet against Wagner. Going to put it to the floor, throw it back out. Fields on a hop by Pritchard. Pritchard bumped by Harris twice. Man, they were really letting them get away with everything here on both sides. Porzingis, free throw line. There's a foul call. Tried to bank it. No good. But Cole Anthony picks up a foul, and that's 2 now on Cole Anthony. And to the Magic, I don't know if it's a credit or not, they're just being so physical. They're letting a couple of these go that eventually they call it. So they're getting away with 2 good shots for every foul they pick up, but they're doing this on every possession.
Bobby Kraft must misses this, but Bobby Kraft must be loving this. The physicality of this game and his new head coach.
Redo his draft board here. 25-23, Celtics by 2. Porzingis missed the first free throw. He's already missed 2. It's 1 of 6 from the floor. That's the second. Here it go through. 26-23. Celtics outscored Orlando by 13 points in 5.5 minutes that Banchero sat in game 1. Cole Anthony, Javon Mosley trying to get Banchero as much rest as he can in the first half. Cole Anthony bounce pass Wagner for the dotted line, floats it up, no good. Rebound punched around, and eventually who's going to get it? Derek White will. Almost near half court by the time that thing came down. Hit so many arms. Derek White drives left side, scoops it up and in. Franz Wagner was waiting for him to make a move to the middle of the floor, and Derek White his momentum was carrying him forward. He went all the way to the basket. Celtics have their largest lead, up by 5, 28-23.
It was that zone again. It's bothering Orlando.
Over the shoulder pass, Wagner for the up fake. We have defensive 3 seconds against the Celtics. And Porzingis.
Everybody's playing an area. You got to leave the lane, step out the lane. And the way it does, it restarts everything. Yeah.
Ooh, Wagner barely gets the free throw to go on the technical.
On the defensive 3, Orlando retains possession inside.
Wagner really had a breakout year last year. And had that sort of signature moment when he got a shot block in Game 7 at Cleveland. He just hadn't developed that left hand. Cornet comes out.
Holiday comes back in.
Drew Holiday playing with 2 fouls, trying to guard Banchero. Banchero turns the corner, attacks, 2-hand slam. Holiday did not want to pick up a 3rd foul, and Banchero got around him and cuts the Boston lead to 2. He's in double figures again already. 10 points, 5 rebounds for Banchero. 28-26. Boston by 2. Pritchard, right-hand dribble, stop and start on Anthony Black. Finds Holiday. Holiday, a couple of dribbles with the left hand. Return to Pritchard to relocate to the corner for 3. That's a tough shot. In traffic, hand in his face, man diving at him, and he knocked it down anyway.
Hand in his face, and that was Banchero.
31-26, Celtics by 5. Anthony Black, dogged by Pritchard. Left-hand dribble, attacks the paint, scoops it off the glass, doesn't get the bounce. Rebound comes right to Anthony Black. Kick out Banchero. Starts his drive, stumbles in the paint. Pritchard almost ripped it away from him. Banchero has it back, and he's blocked from behind by Porzingis. And here comes Pritchard. Into the front court. Now the crowd trying to get some flow going. Cross court. Porzingis up, fakes the 3, puts it back in his pocket, returning to Drew Holiday. Holiday tries to turn the corner on Black, gets in deep, stumbles, goes off the window and in.
You did not get a lot of scoring, and the Celtics get a little run. All of a sudden, the Magic say we need a timeout. Good defense by the Celtics. You want to play a rock? You want to play with rocks? Okay. All right.
Paper covers rock. 13-5 is the run. 8:38 to go. First half of Game 2. Boston 33, Orlando 26. On the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
For the best basketball talk every afternoon, don't miss Justin Termini and NBA legend Eddie Johnson on Sirius XM NBA Radio.
If you don't play as a team, you can't win.
They have too much talent, and now it's starting to show.
They're breaking down the top stories in the NBA and talking to the biggest names in the league.
It's Magic Johnson.
We've always been about winning championships.
Catch NBA Today with Justin Termini and Eddie Johnson. Weekday afternoons from 4 to 7 Eastern. Only on NBA Radio Channel 86 and the Sirius XM app.
The
NFL Draft is on SiriusXM. Take your pick on how to listen with the SiriusXM app.
The NFL Draft is officially open.
NFL Radio brings you every selection and exclusive interviews. Hear insights from the experts that cover the players in college on SiriusXM College Sports Radio. Fantasy Sports Radio forecasts their fantasy football impact. And get instant reaction on Mad Dog Sports Radio. Search NFL Draft on the SiriusXM app.
You're driving. They're honking. You're driving. They're screaming. You're driving. Change your mood. With SiriusXM Comedy, they're honking. You're laughing. From the newest Netflix specials to the kings of Southern comedy, Jeff Foxworthy and Larry the Cable Guy. From uncensored Kevin Hart to clean comedy to quiet them kids, SiriusXM Comedy has it all. Channel 93 to 99 on your SiriusXM radio and on the SiriusXM app.
The best place to get your basketball fix every weekday is Give and Go with Worldwide Wob, Rob Perez, and former NBA champion Antonio Daniels on NBA Radio.
If you got Steph, you got a chance.
Evan Mobley, his unicorn status is about to be unlocked.
They'll cover every story and talk to great guests across the association every afternoon.
NBA Hall of Famer Mike Breen.
Anything shy of certainly the finals would be a disappointment for the Celtics.
It's Give and Go, weekdays from 1 to 4 p.m. Eastern, only on NBA Radio Channel 86 and the SiriusXM app.
Randy Max back here in the Amica Insurance broadcast booth. Celtics basketball, playoff basketball presented by Amica, the exclusive auto, home, and life insurance partner of the Celtics. While you root for Banner 19, visit Amica.com to learn more about building a game plan for you. Celtics have their largest lead, up by 7, 33-26, 8:38 to go in the first half of a hands tied behind your back rock fight.
You want it that way, and what is Orlando going to do? Van Carroll still scoring the basketball. We're watching them do that. But who else is going to score? You got to have someone other than Black, or you got to have the guy I thought would be Cole Anthony. It's the guy I think would have to come through.
Well, Jamal Mosley going to him a lot earlier here. Cole Anthony only played 10 minutes in game one, which surprised me. He's played 5+ minutes in the first half here tonight. But Orlando, you say it felt like they were defending without fouling for the first 10, 15 seconds, defending hard, getting away with some stuff, but then they would foul late in the shot clock. And the free throw disparity is the difference in the game right now. You can't really complain if you're Orlando, because you probably could have had more fouls called on you than you have.
I think in the one in particular when Al was under the rim.
Oh. Throwaway. Wagner picked off by Pritchard. He throws it all the way out to Hauser for three. It's no good. And the rebound for Caldwell Pope. And normally you say you pick it off and go right in, but that was Wagner 6'9" at the rim against Pritchard. So Pritchard threw it out to Hauser. Caldwell Pope steps to his left away from Hauser, but he misses the three, and the rebound belongs to Derek White. And here's Orlando again, struggling from distance, 2 of 9. Pritchard, stop and start, puts the brakes on Wagner, but he misses another layup. Rebound out of bounds off Wagner.
Had that one, hit him with the body, kind of knocked him away. Normally has enough strength to get it up on the rim. This time, just kind of gator-armed it, and it slipped off his fingertips.
Pritchard's missed 2 layups. Celtics has 5 of 14 on 2-point shots. White enters to Porzingis, who won't make this one. Comes thundering down the middle for the 2-hand slam.
I can see that play develop. He got a head of steam, but nobody was in front of him.
10-3 is the Boston run. They have their largest lead, up by 9, 35-26. 7:55 to go in the first half of Game 2. This is where Orlando took over in Game 1. They had their best 10-minute run. Banchero dribbles to the free throw line. Pritchard slaps to the ball, forced him to give it up. Black has it punched away from behind by Pritchard. Porzingis has it, outlets Pritchard. Banchero's back defensively. Pritchard looking around, kick back to Holiday. Well, he had Hauser, but he didn't want to make the risky pass. Celtics will go out of the half court. Here's the answer to Porzingis against the much smaller Black. Spins, rises, and scores off the glass.
Too big. Kristaps Porzingis, you talk about what he could do, how he was going to rise. Rise, my man. Rise, my son.
Another timeout taken by Jamal Mosley. Celtics have scored 9 straight, and there's the first double-digit lead of Game 2. 7:30 to go in quarter number 2. Boston 37, Orlando 26 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology,
redefining Built Ford tough and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
We only get 48 minutes together. A few times a week, a few months a year. 48 minutes.
Big game for the Celtics tonight.
Where the 72,000 square miles of New England are focused on nothing but 94 feet of parquet. Because it's us versus the world, and the world versus the world champs. At Amica, we show up for New England, like New England shows up for the Celtics.
Hey, it's Felger here for Cambridge Savings Bank, my official bank. Whether you're looking to grow your successful business or start a new venture, count on Cambridge Savings Bank for service and support at every step of your journey. Member FDIC. Hey, it's Felger here, and people know I hate wasting time. Did you know that the average finance team wastes over 200 hours per year on expense reports? That's why here at the Sports Hub, we use Ramp. Ramp is a corporate card that automates away your entire expense process. The moment your team makes a purchase, Ramp handles everything. Receipt matching, categorization, approvals, you name it. Over 30,000 businesses, including yours truly, trusts Ramp. So visit ramp.com/hub to learn more.
Cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Cadillac knows that icons aren't just born, they're made. Just like the vibrant all-electric Lyric. Elevate your style in a Cadillac. The official luxury vehicle of the Boston Celtics and me, Cedric Maxwell.
Well, Kristaps Porzingis have been super quiet through the first 5 quarters of the series, but he's rolling now. Back-to-back buckets. He is in double figures, and the Celtics lead is there too. 37-26 with 7:30 to go in the first half. Our thanks to Kelly's Roast Beef for their generosity. Every 3 the Celtics hit, they'll donate $33 to one mission helping kids fight cancer, up to $10,000. Kelly's Roast Beef, home of the original 3-way. Proud to be local, always original.
You made a great point early on when you talked about Porzingis, and you said those first couple of shots he kept missing, but you fouled him, and then you start seeing the ball go in the basket. And he got some. Then now he starts to get some real looks at it and knocking down shots, make some huge plays. I'm really disappointed in watching Wendell Carter play. I mean, he has just been, invisible out there.
All year, the Magic have been great at getting to the free throw line, but the free throw disparity is the difference in the game right now. The Magic have not been able to defend without fouling. And Celtics are 11 of 14 from the line. Orlando is 2 for 3. Both teams are shooting the identical number, 11 of 28, 39% from the floor. And yet Boston's up by 9 because of the free throws.
If you get a look and get a shot at this thing, man, you don't want to miss. Sam Hauser had that steal that Pritchard made on the basket, kicked it out to him, missed the 3.
Celtics on a 9-0 run here to push it from 2 to 11. 7:25 to go in the first half.
Well, they are letting them touch in this game, man.
Pritchard's all over Corey Joseph, who gets rid of it to Wagner, finds Joseph, scoop pass to Carter, slides to his left, and then throws down a 2-hand slam. They wanted to run something and get the ball to Carter. 37-28, Boston by 9. Holiday, Pritchard, Porzingis, Hauser, and Derek White out there. White catch and shoot, quick 3 comes up short, and the rebound, Carter pulls it away from Banchero.
That's that play that they love.
A quick 3 that Derek White just bounces into. Wagner down the left side and flushes hard with the right hand. Celtics got crossed up defensively. Porzingis got pulled away from the rim. There was no rim protection. Back-to-back buckets for Orlando out of the timeout. They've cut it to 7, 37-30.
Those are great responses for a team to come back.
Through Holiday. Derek White, here's the entry. Porzingis at the dotted line, turns, forces the jumper, won't go. And the rebound for Wendell Carter. How many times have we said Carter's name here since the timeout? He has joined the party here. Wagner moving to his right. He's got Sam Hauser, so he attacks him, goes off the window and in, scoring the foul, and here come the Magic.
Sam's like, what did I do then? But this time, great response by Orlando. Wagner comes in, lays up, and they're like looking, where's the foul? Barrow just comes in, nobody's there. Just backed away. Brown comes back in.
This is where Orlando struggles, scoring in bunches. But they're about to run off 7 points in 65 seconds, and Wagner gets the free throw, which he does. 7 points in a minute 5, and the Boston lead is quickly down to 4. 37-33. Peyton Pritchard on the left side. Jaylen Brown sets the screen. Wagner in front of Pritchard. Jaylen trying to spin away, set himself up in the post. Derek White enters with Jaylen Brown. He's there, spins to his left. Banchero's there, so the kick out. Drew Holiday going to put it to the floor. Blows by Banchero. Two-hand slam Drew Holiday.
Man, Drew Holiday?
And the bench goes crazy.
Man, old man hops.
39-33. Celtics by 6. Franz Wagner, left corner against Jaylen Brown. Couple of dribbles with the right hand, going strong. Finger roll up and good. That's a tough shot.
What did you say about making them go to which hand?
You got to make him go to the left. Instead, he scores with the right, and Franz Wagner's up to 14. Here comes Pritchard the other way. Corey Joseph got picked off, and Pritchard got to the rim and scores 41-35. Now we got some flow to this game after an ugly quarter and a half to start. 41-35. Boston by 6. 5:23 to go until the break. Joseph against Pritchard. Pritchard goes under the screen of Banchero. Drew Holiday in front of Joseph. Bounce pass free throw line. Jaylen Brown tried to sneak up, steal it from Banchero. Now peels away. Banchero feeling contact. Throws to the left corner. Caldwell Pope's three. Looks off, and it is Jaylen Brown the rebound. And he'll put it to the floor. Find Pritchard. Pritchard leads Porzingis, steps through, and gets fouled. Pushed from behind by Wendell Carter.
That's a dangerous play, man.
And Porzingis, of course, into the crowd, and he cannot help himself. But every moment for KP is a WrestleMania moment. And milks the adoration of the crowd. He'll go back to the line. Porzingis will get his 7th and 8th free throw attempts of the game.
They are looking for him now. And immediately running the floor, getting in the post, running up, catching the ball full speed. You let an elephant go towards your house full speed, there's going to be some damage.
I'm letting it do just that. First free throw is good.
It'd be a little strange to have one here in New England, but.
So KP is going to have 8 free throw attempts in the first quarter and a half of game 2. He only had more than 8 twice all year. And the only time this year, I just mentioned this because it just caught my attention, the only time Kristaps Porzingis has had 10 free throw attempts this year, he had 14. Where? In Orlando. That game that Jason Tatum didn't play.
Drew Holiday wasn't supposed to come out of the game. Al Horford came and got the wrong person because he's back in the scoreboard.
That was odd. 43-35. Boston by 8. 4:54 to go in the first half. Wagner finds Banchero on a curl. Goes past Horford. Porzingis waiting at the rim, so he hands off to Carter. Kick out of the left side. Driving in. Caldwell Pope to 17 feet. Jumper no good. Another rebound for Jaylen Brown. He's got 6.
Wow.
And we got a foul here. And in the backcourt, Al Horford is furious. He is walking away, puts his hands up in the air, walking away to a standing ovation.
Let me tell you what happened. What happened was Caldwell Pope grabbed Al Horford and tripped him. And they're going. This is going to be some kind of,
We got some stuff to sort out now. Teams are being separated. That's the first order of business. Jaylen got the rebound, and Caldwell Pope just pushed Al down from behind. Al got up, started barking at Kentavious Caldwell Pope.
It did look like Caldwell Pope tried to. Well, yeah, he did.
He did. They crossed.
Yeah. No, he meant the tripping.
Yeah.
He meant the tripping. You, as a basketball player, you can see that as he stuck that knee out.
Earlier today at the shoot-around, Kentavious Caldwell Pope had to answer the questions about Al Horford, saying that his foul was inappropriate. And those two veterans trying to handle their own business.
Under review for a potential flagrant involving the foul with Kentavious Caldwell Pope. And we will also look at the altercation that ensued.
James Williams, crew chief here in game 2. Ed Malloy is the one who had to jump in between. Jaylen Brown and Jamal Mosley seem to be having a pretty animated conversation, but emotions running high. And when Al gets that blood going, usually we only see it against Giannis. But once in a while, when Al gets going, he was upset all the way through game 1.
Yeah. And there were times when he got fouled, and even today he's looking at it. But Caldwell Pope, that's an old play where you just kind of come in to put your knee in and trip a guy down. That's a dangerous play. And you're going to probably, I would say, a flagrant 2, because that was not a basketball play at all.
Ed Malloy and James Williams were talking about here the discussion. They called a foul on Caldwell Pope for knocking down Horford as the two crossed paths in the backcourt. The ball was way ahead of them. It was Jaylen Brown who got the original rebound, and then Caldwell Pope just tripped up Horford, in theory trying to fight around him to get in front of the ball, but he made no attempt to avoid Al Horford. I don't think they're going to make this a flagrant.
All right. I believe they are, because you got to send a message, especially on a play like that. If they don't.
After review, it has been determined that KCP just trips Al Horford. There is no wind-up, there is no impact nor follow-through. This is a common foul.
Oh, God.
Following that, there are no legal fouls for dead ball. It'll be side out Boston, 24 on the shot clock.
Well, this is the era that I'm thinking about now. When the guy walks across the street and he gets a foul. That was one. Here's what is common about this. How did Jason Tatum get hurt?
Jason Tatum got hurt because Kentavious Caldwell-Pope on the foul had a little extra tug of his arm. That was it. And to me, there were people, a lot of the Orlando people didn't think it was a flagrant foul. It was the definition of one. And it wasn't like a brutal, tough call. The issue was that they felt that they were officiating it based on the result of the play and the injury to Tatum. All right, out of this mess, just a regular foul against Caldwell-Pope. Celtics have an 8-point lead, 4:29 to go first half. Pritchard, bounce head for Jaylen Brown against Joseph. Left side of the floor. One dribble, Jaylen in pretty deep. Banchero comes to help. Kick out Horford, touches to Derek White. Return to Horford, he's open, and his three is no good off the back iron. Rebound, Jaylen Brown deflects it, but right to Wendell Carter. You know Al wanted that one to go. Drew Holiday reaching for the ball on Wagner. Wagner keeps the dribble alive barely, then gets rid of it. Wants Holiday away from him. Throws it back to Wendell Carter. Now Joseph. Dog by Pritchard. Moves to the right side. Wagner, pretty good look at a three. Nope, front iron. Rebound. Pritchard's got it. Pritchard to the middle of the floor. High left-hand dribble. He's going to pull up. Lob it down low for Jaylen Brown. Bad pass. Jalen's able to catch up to it, but he's pinned under the basket, so he throws all the way out to Drew Holiday. Celtics reset it here with 10 on the shot clock. Drew Holiday finds Derek White left side. Ball slapped away. Good. Hands by Joseph. And he's able to diagonal it ahead to Caldwell-Pope, who lays it up. No good. He missed the layup. Rebound underneath. Banchero has got it. Ball punched away from him. Jaylen Brown pounces on it. He runs into Joseph and loses it. It's back in the hands of the Magic. Banchero. This is crazy. Banchero spinning, floating. No good, but they're calling a third foul on Drew Holiday.
Oh, God. Not sure about this one. Where'd he foul him? He might have hit him on the hand.
And they're not. Celtics won't challenge. You know, if there's any opportunity, yeah, he got him on the wrist. And Holiday, in fairness, Holiday got away with what probably should have been his third foul a few seconds earlier. But you're trying to gauge this game based on how it's been officiated. And things that have been fouls all year have not been here for both sides in the first half. Banchero gets the first free throw.
Jaylen has to pick that ball up in a crowd of people, and then let all the traffic get away, and you're still able to run. Porzingis coming back in this game. Now Holiday, effectively, you want to have him for the next 3 minutes, and this is one of your best defenders.
So no Holiday. Obviously Tatum in street clothes. Just watching here for the final 3:26. Boston lead is going to be 6 as Banchero's second free throw rattles in. We're at 43-37. Celtics still getting outshot. Derek White deep on the left side. Watched by Carter. Now Horford slides over, sets the screen. Derek White looking for the opening, comes down the left side, throws back to Horford. Up fakes to the free throw line, drives on Carter, scoops and scores, and the foul.
Mad Al. Mad Al coming through. He better stop it. Al with the finger roll.
Who's your guy, the Incredible Hulk? Yep. You wouldn't like me when I'm mad.
I think that's what every wife has said to her husband. You don't listen to your man.
Al misses the free throw. Celtics have less than points on the table here. They missed 4 free throws here in the first half, 13 of 17. Exactly 3 minutes to go in the first half right now if you're syncing up with TNT. 45-37, Boston by 8. Corey Joseph. Bounce pass to the right side. Carter standing on the three-point line. Porzingis daring him. Just daring him. Carter gets rid of it to Banchero. Banchero behind the back pass. Carter now forces the three late in the shot clock, and that's the one he hits. With Porzingis in his face, Carter hits a three. He had a big play-in game against Atlanta to get the Magic here, 45-40. Orlando in good shape here. They've cut an 11-point deficit down to 5. Pritchard Looking for an opening, switches to the left hand, drives on Banchero, back to his right. Joseph is waiting. So the bounce entry instead, Horford. He spins on Joseph, drives baseline, reverses it up, no good. He goes to the ground, wanted a foul, didn't get it.
Numbers.
Orlando can make it a one-possession game now. Banchero zips the entry to Carter. Kick out to the corner for a Caleb Houston three that's no good. And Pritchard pulls the rebound away from Caldwell Pope. Pritchard into the front court. Going to pull up, shoot the three. No good. Rebound. Porzingis gets tackled by Houston.
Oh.
It's a loose ball foul, but Orlando is now going to go over the limit, so more free throws coming. Porzingis will get his 9th and 10th free throw attempts in the first half.
If Orlando wants to, if I was Orlando, I would be trying to challenge this.
I would too.
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what happened. Porzingis actually grabbed his man.
So Porzingis did definitely put his hand around Houston. Then Houston pushed him backwards and knocked him down. Call comes with 2:02 to go in the first half. The question is going to be imminent possession here. The foul was called on Houston. Jamal Mosley is challenging.
Orlando is challenging the ruling on the floor of a loose ball foul. That play is under further review.
I think it's going to go the other way. The reason I think it'll go the other way, I watched Porzingis immediately grab the defender, and then the defender turned and grabbed him. Get a chance to see here on this dancing replay. Where's the hold at? Where's the hold at? Porzingis pulls him down. This is he has Porzingis around the waist though, so you could call that, and then Porzingis grabs him in turn and pulls him down. Could be interesting. See which way to go. Was it the...
After a review, it has been determined that the first illegal contact is by Orlando number 2 as he wraps both arms around his opponent. The challenge by Orlando is unsuccessful. They lose their timeout. They have no challenges remaining. We will shoot the penalty and play off the make or miss.
Again, big gamble if you're not going to be right. I was with you. I saw it the same way, but
an unsuccessful challenge.
Is what it is. And now more free throws. Crazy enough, more free throws for Porzingis now.
And as you said, the Celtics have missed 4 free throws. A very good free throw shooting team.
Coming up at halftime, Kevin Majori will...
Don't use your right hand there, Tatum. Dapping people up coming out.
Again, from all indications, and he is wearing a wrap, by the way, a black wrap on that right wrist where the bone bruise is. There's a pain tolerance issue, but there's also a situational issue here. The Celtics are not down 3-2 in the series. And you really have to plan for the Celtics for a long run. Porzingis rattles the first free throw in.
And let me say another thing. Psychologically, what does it do to the opposition if you are beaten and Tatum isn't on the floor?
Porzingis gets the free throws. So only once this year has Porzingis gotten 10 free throw attempts in a game. It was at Orlando in December. He's got 10 in the first half of game 2. 47-40. Magic down by 7. Joseph for Banchero straight away. Jaylen Brown tries to slide his feet, slows down Banchero. Long kick out. Wagner puts to the floor, steps around. Horford moves to the middle. Caught by Carter, who scores with the left hand and the foul.
Nice play. Got Carter involved. Good quick hands then with Wagner coming in, made that happen.
Well, that timeout by Jamal Mosley midway through the second quarter. The game has turned since then. The Celtics have really struggled scoring. They've had to do most of it from the free throw line. Celtics are have only made 3 shots since that timeout. 3-point play for Carter. And their lead, Boston's lead, was 11. Now it is 4. 47-43. 1:44 to go in the first half of game 2. Magic have played the way they wanted to play, and they are right back in it. Jaylen Brown switches to the left hand, drives on Wagner, gets in deep. He draws the foul. And that is the second on Wagner. So Wagner, Banchero, Carter, Caldwell Pope, 4 starters, Black and Cole Anthony with 2 first-half fouls.
No, just extended the arm right to the body as he's going to his left. Porzingis came over and almost set a double screen as he followed that block.
Jalen's really answered the bell here with Tatum out in the first half. First free throw's good.
I don't know if you thought that one was going in. You heard that little squirrely noise. He was like, get over, honey, get over.
Jaylen Brown, the 20th on the list of most influential Bostonians.
Yeah.
Boston Magazine.
I'd like to move him up.
Celtics as a team were number one with the championship and the sale. Free throw is good. 49-43. Jaylen with 14.6 rebounds here in the first half. 1:24 to go first half. Joseph deep on the left side. Going to move it to Banchero. Top of the circle. Derek White taking his turn on Banchero. Who switches to the left hand, drives in, floats it up, bounces in. This dude. Banchero's up to 14. 49-45. Boston by 4. About to hit 1 minute remaining in the first half of game 2. Right now, if you're syncing up, Jaylen Brown down the right side. Fumbles the ball. It's kicked around, and the Magic have it. Celtics turn it over. Franz Wagner. Orlando can make it a one-possession game here. Lead for Carter. Up fakes the 3. Drives on Porzingis. Turns. Dotted line. Pump fake. Steps through. And scores. And the foul. Derek White came late. And the Magic bench completely engaged. They have wrestled the momentum back.
It's a great move. This time got his man in the air and one pump fake. Porzingis went blind. On the backside, Derek White tried to come over and help out.
What did you say during that timeout? So where is Wendell Carter?
Yes, I did.
He had not scored. He's got 10 points in the 7 minutes since. And still 10. Misses the free throw. Rebound. Goes out of bounds. I think Orlando's getting his back.
I didn't understand why Al didn't run to get that basketball. He just let it go.
So now the Magic can tie or better with 47 seconds to go in the first half. Inbound Carter. Now Wagner straight away against Horford. Wagner, bounce entry, caught by Banchero. Spins on Derek White, flips it up, no good. Would have tied the game. Instead, it's rebound number 7 for Jaylen Brown. Celtics by 2. Derek White, pull up 3 in transition. No good, back iron rebound. Snacked down by Porzingis. He rises to the contact. Did not get the foul, but the loose ball gobbled up by Pritchard. Pritchard deep on the right side. Starts his drive behind the back dribble on Joseph. Pull up, tough jumper, block. Porzingis saves it and gets fouled by Carter. Carter got spun around and the shot was so bad. Carter was trying to box Porzingis out, but the ball came down to Porzingis before Carter could even set himself when he was not in position to defend. Ended up picking up the 3rd foul. And Porzingis will get his 11th and 12th free throw attempts of the first half.
Carter didn't try to box him out, but I thought Porzingis might have got a foul a minute ago when he came with that basketball and grabbed it from behind. He's still talking to the officials.
Check me on this. It feels like the officials are letting them play, and they're letting the first one go on all of these possessions, and then eventually they're like, okay, if you're going to do it again, I'm going to call it.
Yeah.
Did it happen to Drew Holiday? Could have picked up a 3rd foul before he got his 3rd. Porzingis misses another free throw.
His shot doesn't look natural coming off his fingertips in his free throws as it normally has.
Porzingis 3 of 10. He's missed all 4 of his threes. He's missed 3 of his 11 free throws now. Well, this is just an old school box score right now. Porzingis gets the 2nd free throw. Celtics lead by 3. 17 seconds to go in the first half. Celtics shooting 36% and they have the lead. 10 seconds to go in the half. Banchero out deep on the left side. Pritchard comes out to challenge. Down to 4 seconds. Banchero down the right side. Pritchard reaches in, knocks the ball away, but they're calling the foul. Celtics did not have a foul to give, so Banchero will get free throws. First foul on Pritchard.
Banchero with that big body he is, man. He is coming. When he comes to as a whole, not a lot of guys can get him and slow him down. Let's see. Yeah, Banchero just came in with the arms there. And you see, you give Orlando credit for what happened in the game, the last game.
Second quarters have been really good. The second half of second quarters in the first 2 games of the series have been great for the Magic. Banchero missed a free throw. He's missed 2 of 5. $14 apiece for Wagner and Banchero, but the story was Wendell Carter coming on late. Second free throw, no good. He missed the ball. Horford from 3/4 court. He got it up in the air. Goes wide right, and that'll do it for the first half. Rock Fight Central. The Celtics playing without the biggest slingshot they have in Jason Tatum. Still had the lead anyway, despite shooting just 35% and going 4 of 17 from distance. Coming up, Kevin Majori has scores from around the NBA. We're Cleveland and Miami. Their Game 2 is underway. Red Sox and Seattle in Game 2 of their series over at Fenway. Stanley Cup playoffs. I'll update you on all of it. Then back here at the Garden with the Celtics lead the Magic 50-47. Game 2 halftime on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Ready to advance your career? Get started this summer with UMass Lowell. Learn from incredible faculty. Benefit from incredible affordability. Begin May 19th.
What's up, hockey fans, basketball fans, sports fans from all over the world? Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. We have 7 live streams, every single NBA and NHL playoff game tonight. Man, we got some good ones on tab. Montreal and Washington, Dallas, Colorado, Edmonton and LA. What a night we have of hockey and basketball. Boston, Orlando. Should be a decent matchup. Memphis, Oklahoma City. The list goes on and on. And oh yeah, the Blue Jays are playing. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thank you for helping us create this amazing community where we chat it up, cheer on our favorite teams, and make a difference. With SickKids Hospital in Toronto, what a night we had last night during the Blue Jays game and the Maple Leafs game and the other streams. We raised over $305 directly to SickKids Hospital on the website. An amazing phone call with SickKids Hospital today. Lots of shout outs coming during the Leafs Game 3 tomorrow. That's what I'm getting ready for, as well as running all these fun live streams. We appreciate you being here. Hit that like, hit that subscribe if you're new, turn on that bell. We're almost at 100K. Let us know where you're watching from in the chat, and thanks for keeping it classy. Cheers. We'll see you back in the chat. Good luck to your team. Hey sports fans, thank you so much for hanging out with us here on Toronto Sports Insider during the Playoff Pulse. Our mission is simple, bringing sports fans together to hang out, cheer, and change the world one insider at a time, while supporting SickKids Hospital in Toronto every single game.
Cheers, insiders and sports fans from around the world. The Playoff Pulse campaign on Toronto Sports Insider is uniting fans worldwide through the thrill of NHL and NBA playoffs. Every game, every fan, every moment counts. The link is pinned in the chat and in the description. Check out our campaign page. Donate if you can, or share it with friends. Holy Mackinac! Every click helps sick kids heal the future. Just by being here, you have already made an impact. Now, chat it up, keep it classy, and let's keep changing the world one insider at a time.
Hey you! Yeah, you! I'm talking to you! Thanks for hanging out with us. This is TSI Mike, and now that we've got your attention, we're bringing you every single game of the NBA and NHL playoffs while supporting SickKids Hospital in Toronto through our Playoff Pulse campaign. Let's grow our global community. Hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell, and join the action.
Hey you! Yeah, you! Joe Bowen here, voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Playoff Pulse on Toronto Sports Insider is all about playoff thrills and making a difference, with 100% of Leaf playoff stream revenue going directly to sick kids for their life-saving treatments and research. We're aiming for 100,000 insiders to boost our impact. So subscribe now and be a part of this incredible movement. Holy Mackinac! Let's show SickKids Hospital we're here for them. Join us today.
Hey you, yeah you, Easton Cowan, Leafs prospect here.
I'm loving these Playoff Pulse live hangouts. Subscribe and turn on the bell to catch every game. Keep the chat buzzing and let's cheer for SickKids together. See you in the chat.
Hey sports fans, it's TSI Mike, and we're uniting fans worldwide with the NHL and NBA playoff action while supporting SickKids Hospital right here in Toronto. Click the live viewer.
So keep an eye on that one. And Derek White, a slow start in the first half. 4 points, 19 minutes, 1 of 4 from the field. He usually heats it up in the second half. As for the Celtics bench, how do we not mention the sixth man of the year? His name's Peyton Pritchard. He's got 6 first half points, including this basket.
Holiday, couple of dribbles with the left hand. Return to Pritchard to relocate to the corner for 3. That's a tough shot. In traffic, hand in his face, man diving at him, and he knocks it down anyway.
Hand in his face, and that was Van Carroll.
A 17-minute first half for Peyton Pritchard, 2 of 7 from the field, 1 for 3 from downtown. He's got 4 rebounds as well and 1 steal. Luke Cornett's played 6 minutes. He has 2 points, plus 3 for the first half. And while Sam Hauser only took 1 shot, played 10 minutes, 1 rebound. They are hunting him a little bit defensively. So the Green lead 50-47 at halftime. A little bit of a better showing in the first half compared to game 1. And of course, they're without Jason Tatum. That's it. Only 8 players played without Tatum tonight. We'll see if we do see somebody else off the Celtics bench to help out in this one. For Orlando, though, Paulo Banchero, 14 points. Franz Wagner, he has 14 points. And Wendell Carter Jr. with 10 first half points. Only 4 points from their bench in this one. We should keep an eye on that one. So far in the first half, the Celtics bench has 8 points. Orlando has 4. The rebounding matchup, Celtics 21-16. Those free throws as well. Celtics went to the line 23 times. They hit 18. Joe Math, that is 78%. Hoping that can improve in the second half. We'll take a look at the Sports Hub headlines coming up next. Some other games around the NBA as well. Red Sox in action. We'll do all that. Coming up next, I'm Joe Murray here on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports Hub. So, sorry, how about this? The music of the game. Thank you, Matthew Stenberg. Let's hear it. Music of the game. Kendrick Lamar and SZA, one night only. The Grand National Tour, May 12th at Gillette Stadium. Get tickets now live at livenation.com. All right, we'll talk to you guys on the other side on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports of Celtics Radio Network.
For the best basketball talk every afternoon, don't miss Justin Termini and NBA legend Eddie Johnson on Sirius XM NBA Radio.
If you don't play as a team, you can't win.
They have too much talent, and now it's starting to show.
They're breaking down the top stories in the NBA and talking to the biggest names in the league.
It's Magic Johnson.
We've always been about winning championships.
Catch NBA Today with Justin Termini and Eddie Johnson. Weekday afternoons from 4 to 7 Eastern. Only on NBA Radio Channel 86 and the Sirius XM app.
It's NFL Draft Week, and the place to stay informed is SiriusXM NFL Radio.
What if the guy you really do target is gone?
Our experts are breaking down the needs for all 32 teams.
Even if somehow at 21 you draft a quarterback, is that the guy you want to take with you right now?
And you'll hear every selection of the draft and interviews with the newest members of your team.
To be officially in the NFL and know where I'm going, man, I'm excited.
On SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
Shelley Roll,
Dylan Scott,
Dasha,
Luke Combs,
and more
will light up the desert at Stagecoach 2025 all weekend.
SiriusXM takes you there with live performances and all the action backstage.
Starting Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 Pacific, with the Music Row Happy Hour live from the festival grounds.
Stagecoach 2025 all weekend.
Exclusively on the highway.
Channel 56.
And at home with SiriusXM on your phone, computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices.
The first place to talk hoops every weekday morning is the starting lineup with Frank Isola and Brian Scalabrine.
Overrated? Do you watch the guy play? He's unstoppable.
They're breaking down all the latest from the association.
I think he's a baller, and I think people would give up assets to get a guy like that.
Along with some laughs.
Kevin Durant, you need to get married and be miserable like the rest of us. Reprimanding the fans for booing. It's like, come on, man.
The starting lineup, weekday mornings from 7 to 10 Eastern. Only on SiriusXM NBA Radio, Channel 86, and the SiriusXM app.
It's NFL Draft Week, and Sports Grid Radio on Sirius XM is talking about the impact every pick has on the sports books.
Shedeur Sanders plus 160 right now to be a top 8 pick.
How many trades and how many players drafted at each position.
Quarterbacks taken in round number 1. 2.5 is the number.
We'll even track how each pick impacts the Super Bowl odds and team win totals.
I know there's a lot of people betting on him. They're going to lose their money.
Follow the NFL Draft Thursday at 8 in the East on Sports Grid Radio, channel 159 in the car, and on the Sirius XM app.
Hey, this is Brian Geltzeiler. Wake up early with me in 2007 NBA Coach of the Year Sam Mitchell every Saturday morning from 7 to 10 a.m. Eastern as we break down everything NBA on Channel 86.
Sports Hub Headlines, presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
All right, taking a look at the NBA scoreboard right now, midway through the second quarter. Cavs have a 50-34 lead over Miami. Cleveland has a 1-0 series lead in that one. And then later on tonight, Golden State with a 1-0 series lead. They take on Houston in Houston. Tip-off for that one is at 9:30. Red Sox are in action right now. They trail the Mariners 4-2. Great pitching performance tonight, though. Got 8 strikeouts from Sean Newcomb. He pitched 5 innings on 97 pitches. As for the Red Sox, only 2 RBIs so far in this one. Gonzalez and Devers. Headlines, they are brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com. You can save 15% off your next drive-through oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. The second half is next. I'm Joe Murray on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Big thanks to Kelly's Roast Beef for their generosity. For every 3-pointer Boston hits this month, they'll donate $33 to one mission, helping kids fight cancer, up to $10,000. Kelly's Roast Beef, home of the original 3-way. Proud to be local, always original.
Some vehicles are simply made. Cadillac vehicles are made to be iconic, and whether that's being made to be vibrant in an all-electric Lyriq, made to be epic in a luxurious Escalade, or made to be thrilling with the dynamic performance of CT4 and CT5, Cadillac is always made to be bold. This is Cedric Maxwell, and I can tell you that icons aren't just born, they're made. Visit your New England Cadillac dealer, the exclusive luxury vehicle of the 18-time world champion Boston Celtics, and me, Cedric Maxwell.
98.5 The Sports Hub and the Celtics Radio Network welcome the following new partners. Amica Insurance. They're proud to be the exclusive auto, home, and life insurance partner of the 18-time champion Boston Celtics. When it comes to protecting the life you've built, trust your insurance need to Amica's award-winning service. Visit Amica.com and get a quote today. And Brex, a leading AI-powered spend platform for modern companies. Proud to be the official corporate card and spend management partner of the Boston Celtics. Visit Brex.com today to get started. From the home of the Celtics, thank you for joining our winning team.
To perform at the top of your game, you need up-to-the-minute skills. At Northeastern University's DeMoore McKim School of Business, we're not just keeping pace with the future, we're defining it. You'll gain business strategy expertise leveraging AI, data, and technology. Through transformative experiences, you'll prepare to lead with impact. Learn more at our weekly admissions events. Save your spot at northeastern.edu/business events.
All roads start with golf. The daily commute, road trips, reunions, even tip-off at TD Garden. They all start with golf. While most focus on the destination, at golf, they focus on the journey. And with the Golf Pay app, Celtics fans can score savings like 5 cents off per gallon every day, along with a fast and convenient way to pay. Golf, the official fuel partner of the Boston Celtics. It all starts here. See app for details.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
110 Grill at South Bay in Boston is the perfect place to get together with family and friends. Thanks to their award-winning allergy commitment, 100% of their main menu can be prepared gluten-free. Visit them in South Bay Center today or find another location near you. Head to 110grill.com. 110 is a proud partner of the NBA champion Boston Celtics.
This is Reliving the Green.
What a pass by DJ.
42 for Paul Pierce.
A 3-pointer for 98.
KG is locked and loaded tonight.
A look back at this date in Celtics history.
9 seconds to go. Pierce straight away against Darrell Wright. Pierce puts to the floor, 5 seconds to go. Pierce with 3 seconds straight away. Hasn't moved forward yet. Now takes 2 steps. Fall away at the buzzer. Got it!
It's over. It's over. Sound the bell.
In a classic heavyweight NBA playoff battle, it was going to be who threw the final punch. And tonight, Paul Pierce delivers, and for the first time in 24 years, the Boston Celtics have a 3-0 series lead.
Wow. Absolutely sensational.
15 years ago tonight, Paul Pierce, game winner in Miami. The Celtics in the first round series, they were struggling, remember, at the end of that 2010 season. Down the stretch, weren't playing well. 500 team the final 2/3 of the year. Then didn't play well in game one. They were down by double digits. Tony Allen helped turn that around. Celtics eventually would win that series in 5. And they took the 3-0 lead in that Paul Pierce buzzer beater. Dwayne Wade had an unbelievable game 4 to extend that series back to Boston. And Max and I called that final Paul Pierce bucket despite a fan behind us screaming, particularly at me, and throwing stuff at us during the game because they sold her an obstructed view seat behind us. So it was always, it never had anybody playing defense on me while I was calling a game until that night in Miami. But speaking of defense, the Celtics lead 50-47 as we go to the second half of game 2. And Orlando has come out with a very clear strategy. They can't shoot threes if we just foul them and make them shoot free throws.
Yeah, they send them to the line.
The Celtics just went 4 of 17 from 3. Orlando is down by 3. They've just been fouling on every possession. It has worked. And it's a one-possession game. They're going left to right. We're in the navy blue jerseys here on the road in game 2. Franz Wagner lines up Porzingis. Wagner down the right side, pulls up, flips it off the glass, and scores.
Getting that same push and knocking Porzingis' way, getting separation.
Wagner struggled in game 1. He has answered the call tonight. He's got 16. 50-49. Boston by 1. Porzingis watched by Wendell Carter. Puts in the hands of Jaylen Brown. Jaylen's been really solid tonight. He moves to his right. Shot clock already down to 4. Jaylen Brown switches to the left hand. Steps back behind the line. Tough 3 is good. Wow.
Oh, hand in the face didn't matter.
Jaylen Brown did not make a 3 in game 1. He's made one on the first possession of the first half and the first possession of the second half tonight. Celtics by 4. Boy, Caldwell Pope gives up a shot. He is 0 for 4 tonight. Here's the entry, Banchero. Derek White trying to hold his ground. Holiday has 3 fouls, remember. Banchero throws the shoulder into him, draws the double kick out Wagner. Now Caldwell Pope swings to Joseph. 3 over Horford, way short. Rebound, Jaylen Brown. Jaylen, offensive end, pull up 3 on Wagner. Got it!
Uh-oh. That dude gonna be that dude again?
How about answering the call tonight with Tatum out? Jaylen Brown back-to-back 3s to begin the second half. Celtics by 7. 56-49. Banchero wants Carter to set a screen, then steps to his left, and his 3 rims out. Rebound Porzingis, 2/3 of the way down. Banchero still not at that place yet where he's a qualified and a good enough shooter to hit one when they need it. Jaylen Brown enters to Holiday in the dunker spot. Challenged by Wagner, who deflects the ball away out of bounds. Celtics will keep it. That's a compromise call. That looked like it could have been a foul on Wagner.
Yeah. He was trying to bring his arm up, and like Wagner just grabbed him.
Holiday has 3 fouls. Wendell Carter has 3 fouls.
That's time they got a layup out of this. Setting a pick on Porzingis rolling towards the basket. Let's see if they try to do that again with a back pick. But watch out for the back pick because it could be offensive call here.
That was an under out of bounds that first time, and that's where the ball's going to be here. It's going to be Horford who triggers it. Horford throws all the way out to Porzingis. Bounce pass through Holiday. Pull up 3 on Carter. No good. Rebound offensively, Horford. Kick out Jaylen Brown into the corner. Derek White turns, fires for 3.
Wow. That happened quick.
The Celtics made 4 threes in the first half. They've made 3 in a row here early in the third quarter and lead by 10, 59-49. The Magic just kept them close. They just kept them in a clinch all night. Finally, the Celtics getting some separation, starting to unload. Down the left side. Joseph doubled in the paint. Floats it all the way back out to Banchero. Derek White right on him. Banchero into the corner. Caldwell Pope needs this one to go, but it's no good. Rebound. Horford wrestles it away from Carter. Carter goes down. Horford hands to Jaylen Brown. It's a 5-on-4. Carter has not joined the play. Porzingis all alone. Scores off the window.
Counted in one, though. Count that as one. Looked like he got fouled going towards the hole.
Timeout, Jamal Mosley. They have kept the Celtics in a clinch for the entirety of Game 2. It was a 1-point game 2 minutes ago. Finally, the Celtics get some separation, get to unload, get to wind up.
Are you bobbing?
I'm bobbing and weaving.
This is good for the camera.
We're bobbing and weaving. 3-3-3. And the Celtics have a 12-point lead. 9:21 to go, third quarter of Game 2. Boston 61, Orlando 49 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio.
The best place to get your basketball fix every weekday is Give and Go with Worldwide Wob, Rob Perez, and former NBA champion Antonio Daniels on NBA Radio.
If you got Steph, you got a chance.
Evan Mobley, his unicorn status is about to be unlocked.
They'll cover every story and talk to great guests across the association every afternoon.
NBA Hall of Famer Mike Breen. Anything shy of certainly the finals would be a disappointment for the Celtics.
It's Give and Go, weekdays from 1 to 4 p.m. Eastern, only on NBA Radio Channel 86 and the Sirius XM app.
Fantasy Sports Radio is introducing you to the future stars of fantasy football at the NFL Draft.
The top of this draft class has big-time talent. They're going to make an impact on fantasy football in 2025.
Find out which rookies you need to draft if you want to win your league right now.
I am getting Ashton Genty in 2025 in the earlier rounds.
Tomorrow night, follow the NFL Draft from a fantasy football perspective on Fantasy Sports Radio, Channel 87, and the Sirius XM app.
Jazz, born in America, celebrated worldwide. And this month, some of the brightest stars shine in exclusive live performances across Sirius XM. Hear legends Bob James and Lee Rittenauer, the 2025 NEA Jazz Masters Concert, and more. It's Jazz Appreciation Month throughout April on Watercolors Channel 66, Real Jazz Channel 67, and listen at home with the Sirius XM app.
For the best basketball talk every afternoon, don't miss Justin Termini and NBA legend Eddie Johnson on Sirius XM NBA Radio.
If you don't play as a team, you can't win.
They have too much talent, and now it's starting to show.
They're breaking down the top stories in the NBA and talking to the biggest names in the league.
It's Magic Johnson.
We've always been about winning championships.
Catch NBA Today with Justin Termini and Eddie Johnson. Weekday afternoons from 4 to 7 Eastern. Only on NBA Radio Channel 86 and the Sirius XM app.
You can score 5 cents off per gallon with GoPay. Download the GoPay app today for the fast and convenient way to pay at the pump. Go proud to be the official fuel partner of the Boston Celtics. See app for details. How frustrating is this for the Orlando Magic? No Jason Tatum for the Celtics tonight. You were playing the game. You want to play it. You turned it into a rock fight. Fouling. Physical. Keeping the Celtics close. And then the second they get any kind of separation, those three start to fall. And by the way, how about Jaylen Brown with the timely shots tonight? Has he ever answered the bell with Jason Tatum out tonight? 20 points, 8 rebounds, and he's got his 20 points on 9 shots tonight in 21 minutes. And the Celtics suddenly, despite shooting just 41% tonight and getting outshot, lead by 12.
Well, you play the game in a certain way. And talking about attacking, you do it the right way. And it was a great opportunity, again, for the Celtics just to come in and do what they did on the defensive end. I thought it was a foul within on Porzingis, but maybe they didn't call it because it looked like he got hit on the arm as he was driving towards the basket.
Out of the timeout. Orlando, again, had a really good second quarter, late second quarter in both Game 1 and Game 2. But the third quarter is where it got away Sunday. And Jamal Mosley calls the quick timeout before this starts to get away. Banchero against Drew Holiday. One dribble, blows by Drew Holiday and Jaylen Brown for the two-hand slam. Drew Holiday doesn't want to pick up that fourth foul.
If you're not going to let him pick up the fourth foul, maybe let Brown take over that position.
Jaylen just one foul. 61-51, Boston by 10. Jaylen gets a Porzingis screen. Steps back on window. Carter a couple of times. Regains possession. Austin's dribble has it back now, starts down the right side as a step in on Carter, kicks out. Porzingis has trouble fielding it, finds Derek White, deep straightaway three, no good, wide right. That was going nowhere. Rebound, Caldwell Pope. Franz Wagner has Horford backpedaling, drives in. Horford stays with him, blocks the shot, but he blocked it all the way into the corner where Carter's got it offensively for Orlando. He's swinging around the horn of Banchero. Banchero has Horford on the switch. Banchero jumps into the left hand, attacks, throws it out to Caldwell Pope. He wants no part of shooting right now. They swing it around to Wagner, pull up at 18. It's good at the shot clock buzzer.
Nice shot then. Timely shot.
Really, it's hard not to be impressed with how Orlando's playing here on the road. Young guy stepping up. Porzingis catch and shoot, 14 feet, banks it in. Easy shot for him.
Yeah, layup for him. Getting that position right there. He's just banking in all day.
For a slow start, Porzingis hit 3 of his last 4, 63-53. Boston by 10, 7:42 to go in the third. So Orlando has to keep it 12. That's really the maximum. They're not going to be able to score a lot of points in bunches. Joseph drives around Porzingis, scoops it up and in. There was no one protecting the rim again. Again, these Jamal Mosley timeouts have worked wonders. 6-2 Orlando coming out of the timeout to cut it to 8. 63-55. 7:18 to go, third quarter of game 2. Derek White enters to Porzingis at the elbow against the smaller Joseph. One dribble, double team from Banchero. Kick out. Jaylen Brown finds the open man. It's Al Horford in the corner. 3 is no good. Offensive rebound. And Porzingis point blank didn't dunk it. He tried to lay it in, and it bounced out. Celtics missed an opportunity here. Orlando down by 8. Banchero, shovel pass for Joseph. Cross court, it gets to Caldwell Pope. He's due, but he misses again. And the rebound for Drew Holiday. Caldwell Pope struggling tonight. 0 for 6. Holiday enters to Al Horford. Catches in the paint. Goes on Joseph. Draws the double. Kick to the left corner for a Derek White 3 that's no good. Rebound Wagner. Celtics just 7 for 24 from 3. That's the recipe to beat them for the last couple of years. Wagner left alone to shoot a 3, and he knocks it down. He knew it too. Timeout, Joe Mazzulla. Great sequence for Orlando.
Yep. Bouncing right back in it. They did it on their defensive end.
9-2 is the run. Immediate timeout by Joe Mazzulla. 6:27 to go, third quarter of game 2. Boston 63, Orlando 58 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network. As the Celtics prepare to defend their title, they know they'll have to protect home court. At Amica Insurance, they understand how important it is to protect the things that matter most to you. They put in the time to make sure you're taken care of. Whether it's talking through the details of your coverage or following up after a claim. Your auto, home, and life insurance are more than just policies. They're protection for the life you built. Visit Amica.com and get a quote today.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
The NBA 82-game grind is done. Ready for all the playoff drama? Get in on the playoff action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. DraftKings has been the home of NBA player props all season, and that's continuing all the way through the playoffs. It's super easy for first-timers to get started. Try betting something simple, like picking a team to win and make your pick. It is that easy. Here's something special for first-timers as well. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. So make it a playoff run to remember with DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SPORTSHUB. That's code SPORTSHUB for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Hope is here. 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. GameSenseMA.com. Massachusetts only. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
Boston, 26.2 miles of pure grit, just like your engine, pushing its limits. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, fast, reliable, just like a well-oiled machine, will keep you running smoothly. Whether you're conquering Heartbreak Hill or tackling the daily commute, the team at Valvoline Instant Oil Change has your back. Get in, get out, get back on the road within 15 minutes. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, because life's a marathon, not a sprint. The official oil change of keeping Boston moving.
Boston lead Had it in double digits on 3 separate occasions in this game. It's back down to 5, 63-58. As Jamal Mosley has had a couple of big-time timeouts he called when his team was down 11 midway through the second quarter, and that turned the game around. And then down 12 early in the third, and Orlando a 9-2 run. They have done what nobody else has been able to do here, which is limit the Celtics in terms of number of threes. They usually give up a high percentage, but they keep the volume low. Tonight they have done both. The Celtics 29%. They've only made 7 threes in this game. A team that set an NBA record, as you know, averaging over 18 a game. 63-58, Boston by 5 with the ball out of the timeout.
You know, we talk about Cole Anthony being this game. He hasn't played, but you got to go, and Corey Joseph has done a nice job.
Drew Holiday straight away against Banchero. Jaylen Brown trying to get free. That's where the ball goes. Against Banchero, switching to left hand. Jaylen pump fake, draws some contact. Shot is no good. That was a regular season foul, but that was not the foul they've been calling throughout the course of the game. But Jaylen will get free throws here.
Well, he did. He waited at times. The guy's man in the air. He kept getting in the air, jumps, and then just enough of a bump. But he said that call hasn't been made a lot today.
So the Celtics, the last 2 years, if you hold them to 32% from 3 or below, 13-21. If you don't, the Celtics are 112-18. And the Celtics win 86% of the games when they make 1 out of every 3 from 3.
Yeah. Well, Orlando's form is pretty good today, although the Celtics have just a little lead, but you know, at any moment the Celtics can explode.
Jaylen finally misses on a free throw. He had been 5 of 5. Celtics by 6 midway through the third quarter right now if you're syncing up with TV. 64-58. Franz Wagner straight away. Pritchard slaps his feet in front of him, knocks the ball away. Wagner's able to go get it. In the backcourt, it almost went out of bounds. No, he wasn't able to go get it. It's a backcourt violation. It looked like Pritchard had deflected it away, but Wagner just lost it.
Wagner just dribbled the ball off his leg then.
But a low turnover game, 5 per side. Midway through the third, Celtics by 6. Derek White will trigger the inbound. The Magic going to get anything out of KCP tonight? That's the question. Al Horford sets the screen. Derek White bounce pass for Holiday left side. Holiday against Banchero. Drives in, scores. He sealed him off, bumped him a little bit so that Banchero couldn't challenge, and then scored off the glass. Celtics by 8. Just makes plays, man. Whenever they need to get made, he makes them. Banchero can't turn the corner on Pritchard. Uses the body on him, spins at 12 feet. Jumper no good. Rebound offensively. Wendell Carter. Pump fake. He's got 3 Celtics down there. He throws it away. Picked up by Derek White. Carter panicked with all those bodies around it. Derek White races into the front court looking for the opening. Banchero takes it away. Derek White turns with a right-hand dribble. Attacks the paint. Goes off the window and in. First angle to the basket wasn't there, so he created his own. Celtics go on a 5-0 run out of the timeout.
Boy, Drew Holiday jumps on that hand. You have no place to go.
Joseph fouled by Pritchard about 30 feet from the basket.
Listen, man, did you bring Wagner out of this game? Houston comes in. And he was your only other reliable scorer.
Banchero out by Jaylen Brown, hand to Carter. Up fakes the 3, has Horford in front of him, gets rid of it. Joseph gets to 17 feet. Blocked by Holiday, and it comes down safely to Derek White. Derek White through the center court logo. Boston by 10. 4:39 to go third quarter. Derek White goes left side, Jaylen Brown. Jaylen holding it against Banchero. Little tag screen from Holiday. Jaylen going to drive in deep. Goes off the window and in. Jaylen has been everything you hoped he would be here in game 2.
He wanted that contact.
Celtics have their largest lead again, up by 12, 70-58. 23-8 for Jaylen Brown, answering the bell. Joseph exposed to the ball, and Jaylen Brown slaps it away. Jaylen racing with Banchero. Jaylen will get there first. Fly through the air. Right hand slam. It's been Jaylen Brown's night. Timeout, Jamal Mosley. Celtics have their largest lead.
What can Brown do for you? It delivers. Jaylen Brown with a good steal. Expose the basketball, and Banchero says, not today, big fella. Not today.
This is slowly becoming a signature game for Jaylen Brown.
I told Jaylen Brown in the last game, I said, I think again, Jason Tatum is the drink, but Jaylen Brown is the straw that stirs that drink. Today, he has been a little bit of both, the drink and the straw. And he's done an excellent job of playing both ends of the floor without fouling. And the best thing, not turning the ball over as much. Boy, Orlando, one thing they don't want to do, they don't want to play third quarters against the Celtics. So we've seen 2 disastrous third quarters for this team.
That was where the game turned immediately out of halftime on Sunday in Game 1, and it has again here. Orlando scored first to start the third quarter. They cut the Boston lead to 1. Since then, 22-9. The Celtics scored 23 points in the first quarter, 27 in the second. They've got 22 now in the last 7 minutes.
It's finding your niche, finding what you do well. And defensively, the Celtics have found what they do well. And now Luke Cornett comes back in to take Al Horford out as, wow, it's a good sighting right now.
Go Batazzi. He's going to enter the game here.
Go for
with Caleb Houston. Contavious Caldwell-Pope has to do something in this game.
Well, he already he tripped people a couple times.
This is what he was brought here to do, is to help out and be a supporting player, make plays as an NBA champion. Banchero spins on Cornette, drives, goes to the left hand off the window and in, and back to Banchero they go when they need something. 72-60. Banchero's got 18 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists here in Game 2. Boston by 12, 3:39 to go in the third. Jaylen Brown against Batazzi, pulls him a long way away from the basket. Jaylen Brown's got 25 points on 11 shots tonight. Stop and start around Batazzi, elevates, scoops and scores. He has been spectacular. Having one of the best nights of his NBA life tonight. 13 in the quarter, 27 in the game. Boston by 14. Banchero straight away against Jaylen Brown. And now has Banchero defensively too. Over the shoulder pass. Black in the paint. Handoff Batazzi underneath. No look kick out of the corner. Caldwell-Pope misses again, but the offensive rebound put back in by Black. How many of these can Caldwell-Pope miss? He is 0 for 7. 74-62. Boston by 12. 2:52 to go in a third quarter that Jaylen Brown has taken over. Challenged by Banchero. Moving to his right. Jaylen stops, lost the ball, out of bounds.
Trying to go back between his legs. He's telling Luke to get out of my way.
Yeah, he is. He's barking at Luke Cornett. Well, Derek White comes out.
Be nice to get something from Hauser, too.
Don't want Holiday to get this fourth foul here in the final 2:36 of the third quarter. Celtics by 12. Banchero against Hauser. Batazzi sets the screen. Banchero moving to his right, starts his drive, runs it off the glass and in. He wanted the and one. He had a case for it. 20 for Banchero. 74-64. Boston by 10. 2:18 to go in the third. So much fight in this Orlando team. It's not going to be their year, but their year is coming. Pritchard moving to his right. Gets to the elbow, whips it past to Sam Hauser, who elevates for a three. Comes up short, and the rebound looks like Batazzi. Loose ball foul on Cornett.
Luke just inside out. But, man, an easy shot there for Sam. Coming off wide open, just missed his jump shot.
Strange that Orlando, what they were doing in the first half, it wasn't pretty, but it was working. They committed 14. They probably committed 40 fouls. They got called for 14. They haven't been nearly as physical here in the third. That's just the second foul. Side of the bounce. Catch and shoot three for Pritchard. Celtics by 13. 1:54 to go in the third. And again, the separation in the third quarter with the three-pointers starting to fall. 4 for the Celtics in the first half, 4 in the third quarter. Banchero, cross-court for Batazzi. He'll shovel past Gary Harris. Turns the corner, floats it from 12 feet. It bounces around the rim, and he gets a very friendly pinball bounce. Give the bucket to Harris. Celtics by 11, 77-66. Jaylen Brown going to have to come out of this game at the end of the quarter. We started the series talking about the injury to Jaylen Brown. Well, he has been brilliant tonight in Game 2. Pritchard, that low left-hand dribble. Moves it to Porzingis. Quick three from the right side. Nope, too strong. Rebound, Batazzi has it. Away to Banchero. Orlando trying to get it back to single digits here with 1:08 to go in the third. Banchero pounded by Pritchard. Spins on him. Throws the shoulder into him. Banchero gets rid of it. To Anthony Black. Return to Banchero. Shot clock at 8. Pritchard trying to hold his ground. Banchero elevates to the left elbow. Jumper no good. Rebound. Sam Hauser's got it. Porzingis gets knocked down. I think this foul's going against Porzingis. And Porzingis is cut, and he is cut badly above the left eye.
Yes, he is.
I mean, Max, you joke all the time about cuts and being busted open. Porzingis is bleeding badly over that left eye. And he is called for the foul.
Wow.
There is blood all over the back of his head, rolling down the back of his neck. He now has a towel on top of his head.
Oh, yeah. Dude, are you serious? Oh, my God. Get the cut, doctor. Mick.
Trying to get a look. Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
Anything unsporting during the dead ball period.
So it was essentially, if you're a fan of MMA, you know that you can use your elbows, right, to cut a guy up. But Taze got fouled by Porzingis, but he followed through with an elbow right on the top of the head of Porzingis, and he cut him badly over the left eye. Porzingis is now back in the locker room.
Yeah. This is the second time Porzingis has had a couple of cuts. One time the bridge of the nose. This time, I mean, it is all over the forehead, but it didn't look like it was intentional. Looked like he just got fouled. He just came to his follow-through.
But you can be called for being reckless. Batazzi, he threw that left elbow, and he kind of followed through.
Well, the thing, if you look at it first, it seemed like it was a foul then on Batazzi as he pushed Luke in the back then to get that rebound.
All this comes with 55 seconds to go in the third quarter, and the Celtics leading by 11. It would be a side out of bounds for Orlando here. The Celtics are not over the limit.
I'm surprised that they're letting Sam be that close to where the referees are making that discussion.
You're talking about Sam Cassell, Celtics assistant. A nice shout out from the Inside the NBA guys as a head coaching candidate. And Batazzi just fouled from behind by Porzingis, loose ball foul, and then he just turned around and threw an elbow. And of course, as Porzingis went out, he was all smiles with a deep cut. That's going to require some work. We're about 6-8 inches above the left eye.
Well, at least he's going down to Orlando where he can wear shades. But the follow-through didn't look like he was trying to do that on purpose. That's not that kind of player.
Celtics will fly to Orlando tomorrow. ESPN game Friday night, TNT Sunday night.
Now, they could call reckless.
Right. You can be called for a flagrant one for a reckless play.
Don't understand again. Oh, look who's coming back in.
And Porzingis, blood all over the back of his head. Here's the call from James Williams.
After review, it has been determined that there is wind-up and significant impact by Batazzi to the head of Porzingis. That play has been upgraded to a flagrant foul penalty 1. It'll be 2 shots for Porzingis. It'll be Boston balls side out.
Wow, that's big. That is big. And you get 2 shots by Porzingis who comes back
in. And the fans on the Jumbotron who aren't close enough, if they're up in the upper deck, they couldn't really see. And now with Porzingis' head on the Jumbotron, they see the blood stains all throughout the back of his head. He's got a big butterfly bandage, essentially, on his forehead. And he is loving every second of this. This is his dream come true.
It is.
Huge smile on his face. He walks back to center court.
Playing with this kind of crowd, and he's the one going to shoot the free throw, and he's out there now playing to the crowd. I'm looking at Grant Hill over there and going.
And they're playing the Triple H music. The recently inducted Hall of Famer to get him pumped up. Porzingis going to shoot the free throws. It is all about the game and how you play it.
Can't make these, can you?
Porzingis is living at the line tonight, 9 of 12. First one bounces in.
I mean, somebody with some Clorox or something, go to the back of his head and wipe that blood off.
These are striking visual images. The blood of Porzingis as a second free throw is no good. But think about the game situation here. Instead of Orlando ball down by 11, it is Boston ball with the Celtics up by 12. And now Joe Mazzulla loves to manage these final minutes here. A 3 for 2. Porzingis just came in to shoot the free throws. And now he will check back out. And they just bandaged him up so he could shoot the free throws. Now he's going to go back again.
That's crazy.
Episode 10 of Celtic City one day. It's going to have that in. Inbound from Jaylen Brown to Cornette. Cornette, one dribble, gets it away to Derek White. He's being pressured by Gary Harris out near half court. Shot clock at 15. Trying to prevent the Celtics from going for that 3 for 2 and get a quick shot off. Jaylen swings it left side. Pritchard catch and shoot. It's a 3 and it's good.
Oh, man. That dude's been so spot on. It's been crazy.
A devastating sequence for Orlando here late in the third quarter of game 2. Boston by 15. And we have gone from raucous to insane inside the building. 2 for 1 here for Orlando. Wagner knows it, launches the 3. They don't get it. Rebound Cornette. Cornette has the ball stripped away by Anthony Black, and Harris comes up with it and lays it in.
They've got to bring that ball into the body.
Celtics will hold for one good shot here. 5-second differential on the 2 clock, so we count it down to the third quarter. Boston by 13. Ball in the hands of Jaylen Brown. He has been beyond brilliant here in the third. Goes cross-court, Derek White enters the Cornette and throw it right through his hands out of bounds. Celtics turn it over twice in the final 20 seconds of the third quarter, opening the door here for the Magic.
Celtics number 42, Al Horford back into the game.
Horford comes back in for Cornette. 12 seconds to go in the third quarter.
See if the Celtics get punished here for this particular play.
Jamal Mosley gets Caleb Houston in the game here. Another shooter. He's been their best three-point shooter this year.
So you missed a potential layup. Porzingis missed a free throw, but you got a 3 from Pritchard.
And a turnover. Here's Banchero. 7 seconds. Banchero driving strong in the paint. Switches to the right hand, scoring the foul. Just when you think you've got Orlando pinned underneath you, they wriggle free. And Banchero can cut it to 10 here with 4.1 to go in the quarter. Now should be the second on Pritchard. Or on Hauser. Banchero's free throw is good. 3-point play. Boston lead cut from 15 to 10. Here's Pritchard. It's the Pritching hour. Dribbles behind his back. Launches the deep 3. No good. That's how the third quarter will come to an end. But the Celtics leave the door ajar after a brilliant third quarter from Jaylen Brown. Celtics led by 2 at the end of 1. By 3 at halftime. They're up by 10 now as we make the turn for home. End of 3. In game 2. Boston 81, Orlando 71 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, or CRV. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Pilot, a 1.99% APR on a 2025 Ridgeline, or a 2.99% APR on a 2025 CRV.
See dealer for financing details.
Today's game doesn't start with the tip-off. It starts off the court with all the work you put in. Putting in reps, putting out goals just to crush them, putting the doubters in their place, and putting together the right team so you can take what's yours. When you get ready, you stay ready to earn another W, because preparation is everything, on the court and off.
Mass Mutual is committed to helping all women plan, protect, and grow their financial futures. Learn more at massmutual.com/stay ready.
Hi, I'm Sean Flaherty, managing partner at Ketch's Law Group. Ketch's Law isn't just Boston's hometown law firm. We're your neighbors. All of our lawyers were born and raised right here in these communities. With 40 years of experience, we've fought for justice and helped thousands of Bostonians win over $2 billion. We're not just here to win cases, we're proud to give back to the neighborhoods that raised us. Visit catcheslaw.com today and book your free consultation. There's no fee unless you win.
Hey basketball fans, ready for the NBA playoffs? Get in on all the action throughout basketball's most exciting time of the year with BetMGM, an authorized gaming operator of the NBA. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly.
Hope is here. Call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Massachusetts only. Existing customer offer subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards vary and expire in 1 to 7 days. In partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
To the fourth quarter we go in Game 2. Celtics will take a 10-point lead, 81-71, into the fourth. And it seems only fitting that we have had blood spilled the way this game has been played. In front of a sellout crowd, 19,000 plus on hand. Another playoff sellout. The first playoff game the Celtics have played without Jason Tatum since the final game of the Eastern Conference Finals 8 years ago. Attendance brought to you by Ticketmaster. Join the crowd of excitement at a future Celtics game by ordering your tickets at Ticketmaster.com. Celtics would be thrilled if there was no next Celtics game in this series at home. Game number 5 would be Tuesday night, most likely at 8:30. We have a late night game on Tuesday. There are some circumstances that would change that. Essentially, if there's a Game 5 in this series, it will be at 8:30 unless the Pacers sweep the Bucks, in which case the game would start at 7. But that is the power of the New York Knickerbockers and the New York market, is that the New York-Detroit series is going to get preference over Orlando-Boston in a Game 5 situation on Tuesday. Celtics trying to take the 2-0 lead. They've got 12 minutes to do it, leading by 10, 81-71. Huge free throw disparity. Celtics do not win games when they don't shoot threes well. They're just 9 of 29, but they hit 5 in the third quarter after just 4 in the first half. Derek White moves into the corner with Drew Holiday. Shot clock already at 5. Holiday pulls up at the elbow, draws contact, knocks down the shot, scoring the foul. Celtics needed a play, so who's going to make it?
Man, a great play then. This time just jumped up and got tapped on the arm and slapped it, knocked it down. I'm talking about Drew Holiday. Some guy today was telling me, man, Drew Holiday's too old. He can't do this. He can't do that. So I'm not sure what kind of basketball you've been watching.
I have never seen anybody with an innate sense for when a play needs to be made, and then the ability to know it and to make it. 3-point play for Drew Holiday opens the fourth quarter. We're at 84-71. Boston by 13. 30 seconds into the fourth. See if Banchero is going to go the rest of the way here. 23 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. Banchero against Jaylen Brown. Steps back behind the line. 3 contested is good anyway. This dude. 26 for Banchero.
It's the 3 right back.
84-74. Orlando's just trying to stay close. Try to keep the Celtics in this clinch. Drew Holiday gets a Cornet screen. Batazzi comes out to challenge Holiday. Entry, jump hook. Cornet misses everything, and out of bounds it goes. This was not a great matchup for Luke Cornet anyway. He has had a rough game too. Banchero cross half court. No one's near him, so he pulls up, shoots a 3. It was no good. Cornet doesn't grab the rebound, but he got fouled by Batazzi. Luckily for him, he did not take an elbow to the top of the head. Just a regular foul.
That was a little dangerous then. And Carroll coming over wide open to take that jump shot. Nobody near him.
And Carroll 10 of 20, 2 of 6 from 3. This is the issue. They're great players. They're middle-of-the-road players. They're bench players. They just don't have anybody that can shoot threes. It's tough to come from behind, which they have to do tonight. Boston by 10, 10:35 to go. Jaylen Brown's played the entire second half. Moves to his right. Cross court, Luke Cornet. Hand off Peyton Pritchard. Pritchard with Anthony Black on the shoulder. Loses him. Step back. Bounce pass into the corner for a Derek White 3. Comes up short in the shot clock. Rebound loose. Orlando's got it. Derek White tried to force that up late in the shot clock. Banchero gets fouled. It'll reach in.
Shouldn't be a shot here. This should be on the floor.
We're discussing it. He's getting free throws.
You foul there, and then you still get shots. Yeah.
Banchero has missed 3 free throws tonight, 4 of 7. First one no good. Ovation for the import of the moment and the implications, and also for the McNuggets that it comes with. The fourth quarter free throw misses.
With $2 purchase on the app.
And again, the age-old question, what part of the chicken do McNuggets come from? Second free throw is good. So Banchero has the first 4 for Orlando in the quarter. Boston lead is 9, 84-75. 10-13 to go. Jaylen Brown lead for Drew Holiday up the left side. No one's talking about Jaylen Brown's knee right now. Drew Holiday straight away against Batazzi. Switches to the right hand. Drives in close. Pump fake. Floats it up. Blocked easily by Batazzi.
Nice job.
Lead for Wagner. Wagner, Euro step in the paint. Throws it back out, deflected by Pritchard, but Anthony Black comes up with it. Returns it to Banchero. Banchero ducks the shoulder. Drives on Pritchard. Exposed the ball. Cornette could get it. Great no-look by Banchero. Finds Batazzi for the 2-hand slam. Timeout, Joe Mazzulla. Banchero is doing everything.
When's that cut doctor going to come back in, and when is Porzingis coming back?
And again, the Celtics had a chance to put their foot on the Magic's throat late in the third quarter. They made some mistakes, and it has hurt them big. An 11-3 run for Orlando, and the Magic climbing right back in it. 9:45 to go in Game 2. Boston 84, Orlando 77. On the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
The first place to talk hoops every weekday morning is the Starting Lineup with Frank Isola and Brian Scalabrine.
Overrated? Do you watch the guy play? He's unstoppable.
They're breaking down all the latest from the association.
I think he's a baller, and I think people would give up assets to get a guy like that.
Along with some laughs.
Kevin Durant, you need to get married and be miserable like the rest of us. Reprimanding the fans for booing. It's like, come on, man.
The Starting Lineup, weekday mornings from 7 to 10 Eastern. Only on Sirius XM NBA Radio, Channel 86, and the Sirius XM app.
Hey, do you ever wonder how life might look if you'd saved a little more? Well, April is Financial Literacy Month, and Planned to AT is here to help. We're a nonprofit helping young people improve their futures through financial wellness education. Our fun, simple workshops help students build healthy money habits and get them ready for the workforce. Text PTAT to 26989 to learn how you and your company can get involved. That's PTAT to 26989.
Soak up spring love vibes with an all-new mix from The Flow.
Bring the beat in.
Now on the Sirius XM app, featuring 2000s R&B hits from the heart by Ashanti, Usher, and Beyonce. Plus smooth 2010s grooves from Frank Ocean, Janelle Monáe, and more. It's the perfect soundtrack for flings, feels, and everything in between. Just search Spring Love in the Sirius XM app.
The best place to get your basketball fix every weekday is Give and Go with Worldwide Wob, Rob Perez, and former NBA champion Antonio Daniels on NBA Radio.
If you got Steph, you got a chance.
Evan Mobley, his unicorn status is about to be unlocked.
They'll cover every story and talk to great guests across the association every afternoon.
NBA Hall of Famer Mike Breen.
Anything shy of certainly the finals would be a disappointment for the Celtics.
It's Give and Go, weekdays from 1 to 4 p.m. Eastern, only on NBA Radio Channel 86 and the Sirius XM app.
Peyton Pritchard put the Celtics up by 15 with 38 seconds to go in the third quarter. It is an 11-3 Orlando run over the last 2:45. And Paolo Banchero, by finishing this last sequence in which he scored, he made a three, got to the free throw line, made a free throw, then he just set up the dunk by Batazzi. He has been dominant again tonight, 27 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. Tonight, Celtics playing without Jason Tatum, but Jaylen Brown has matched him in this game tonight. Porzingis has been really good. What's the most bizarre of all the guys, obviously Caldwell Pope has had a calamitous game, the kind of game they talk about on the talk shows tomorrow if he doesn't do something late. He's 0 for 7. But the bizarre guy tonight, Wendell Carter. He had that crazy good sequence in the second quarter, which he scored all 10 of his points. He has not scored a single point in any other part of the game except those 4 minutes.
Trying to figure out now if he came back in. Remember, he got hit the eye, and he hasn't been back in. Was he concussed? I'm not sure what happened.
Celtics out of the timeout. That's why Batazzi, by the way, is playing. Just when they thought Carter was, they just can't get a break. Just when they were getting Carter going, he gets hurt. Derek White or Jaylen Brown. I'm not sure Jalen's come out here in the second half. Brown against Batase. Shot clock down to 4. He drives into the paint, floats it up with the right hand, does not get the foul, scramble for the rebound. Batase's got it.
Batase's done a good job of coming in relief.
3 rebounds now for Batase in 6 minutes. Orlando can make it a 2-possession game now with 9:09 to go, and they got it in the right hands. Banchero, 18 feet, swish. 8 straight for Orlando. It's a 5-point game, 84-79. Exactly 9 minutes to go in game 2. 29, 8, and 5 for Banchero. Drew Holiday zips it down low to Jaylen Brown. Catches against Banchero. Kick back out. Horford up, fakes a 3, attacks. Finds Jaylen. Scoop pass back to Horford, who floats it up and in. They couldn't decide who was going to shoot. They kept passing back and forth. 5th assist for Jaylen Brown. 86-79. Boston by 7. Here's that man again. Banchero, step back on Al Horford. Jumper top of the circle, no good. Rebound, Derek White. Derek White up the right side of the floor. Batase waiting for him. Throws back to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen has Batase on the switch.
He's going.
Deep on the right side. He is going. Switches to the left hand. Gets deep in the paint. And Batase reaches in and commits the foul. You see it coming a mile away.
He knew he was coming in with that basketball. Batase just kind of had that hand down and slapped him as he came in. Look at his offhand. Look at the offhand. What Jaylen does is come right up in the hands. Now can you make free throws?
That was a 13-3 run for Orlando to cut from 15 down to 5. But the bucket by Horford. Jaylen Brown trying to calm his heart rate at the free throw line, where he is 5 of 6 tonight. Hit the first 5, missed the last one. Knocks the first one down.
What's going on with that cut doctor right now?
Yeah, now Porzingis, if you're just joining us, got cut by a wild elbow, a flagrant one on Batase. He came back out with a butterfly bandage to shoot the free throws, but he has not yet returned to the game. He's played 27 minutes. He's been the Celtics' top plus-minus player.
If you want to know why he had to come back out.
Here he comes. Porzingis, just as we said that, walked right beneath us, back out onto the floor. Jaylen gets the free throw. 88-79. Boston by 9. Clock rolling here with 8:13 to go. Porzingis all smiles, taking his seat on the bench. They had to clean him up, get all the blood off the back of his head. Anthony Black tries to creep on the left side. Jaylen shuts that off. They find Banchero. Horford trying to dog him. Long cross court. Black catch and shoot. 3 is in the air. No good. Rebound deflected by Jaylen Brown into the hands of Pritchard, who shovels it away to Drew Holiday, with Horford trailing the play. Pritchard had that. Looked like he was going to fall down in traffic. Jaylen stop and start. Goes by Carter. Goes off the glass. No good. Offensive rebound tapped in by Derek White. Big sequence here. 6 straight for the Celtics. They push the lead back to 11. And now Holiday steps in front of Banchero. Banchero rolls right over him, but that's going to be a 4th foul on Drew Holiday.
He tried to take a guess. Wonder Carter was all over the place.
And Carter just returning. He's been out for quite a while after getting poked in the eye in the 3rd quarter. Batase played well in that sequence, but he kept fouling. 20 fouls now committed by Orlando, 14 of them in the first half. They were just fouling 2 or 3 times, it felt like, on every possession. Making the Celtics shoot free throws, not threes. Black drives, runs over Pritchard, scoring, and the foul. Fans wanted a charge taken by Pritchard, but he did not get in possession in time.
That was a good out-of-bounds play. Gave him the ball. He's going right towards the hole. Pritchard's there. Count that one and 1.
Now Anthony Black can cut it to 8. This comes with 7:34 to go in game 2. And this is the issue with the Magic. Free throw bounces in. 3-point play stops the bleeding, the metaphorical bleeding. The actual Porzingis bleeding. 90-82. Boston by 8. 7:29 to go. We're so accustomed now to 20-point leads in the NBA, and the new NBA is just evaporating. But Orlando's not the kind of team that could do that. It's going to be a slugfest. Jaylen Brown. Lobs on the inside. Caught by Horford. Horford, one dribble. They try to pull the rug on him. He scooped it up late. I don't think they're going to count that basket. He was fouled as Gary Harris tried to pull the rug on him, but was called for the foul.
Oh, I didn't get this shot to go in.
He just threw it up over his head. It was back to the basket. And the ovation is for Porzingis going to the scorer's table. Now, that's the exciting part. That's the visual with Porzingis coming back. Suddenly, in terms of what's happening here in the game, that was the last foul Orlando had to give with 7:15 to go, and they foul a lot. Drew Holiday against Wendell Carter. Moves to the Horford. They want to enter the Porzingis. He's got it in the paint. Turns. 8-footer. No good. Rebound. Anthony Black. Porzingis had a rough shooting night. 5 of 14. Orlando with the ball down by 8. Banchero. Long cross court. Wendell Carter. Puts in the hands of Anthony Black. He drives. Hangs in the air. Runs it up. No good. They're calling a foul on Derek White.
That's his third, fourth team foul.
Fans react to the Jumbotron. Fans, here's what happens. Fans look for the hand near the ball, and they neglect to look at the other hand, which is on the body. That's the foul. First free throw is good. Anthony Black making some big plays here late. So young. Now, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes back in the game. The center of all the controversy after the flagrant foul that kept Tatum out of game 2. Missed free throw, rebounded by Holiday. The Boston lead is 7, 90-83, 6:47 to go. Caldwell-Pope tonight 0 for 7. Signed a $66 million deal to join the Magic in the offseason. Jaylen Brown for his playoff experience. Derek White, pull up 3 on Carter. Got it!
Talking about a guy could come through.
Too many weapons. Celtics back 10, 93-83, 6:24 to go in game 2. Carter, handoff, Franz Wagner turns the corner, pulls up at the free throw line. Porzingis takes the paint away. He'll return it to Anthony Black. Black behind the Banchero screen, has Drew Holiday in front of him. Bounce entry, Banchero against Derek White. Banchero draws a double team from Holiday, throws a wild cross-court pass, fielded by Caldwell-Pope. His 3 is no good again. Derek White drops the rebound out of bounds, and Orlando will get it back as the collar grows even tighter around the throat of Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. He is now 0 for 8.
Man, these are shots of which are in his wheelhouse.
2 for 13 in the series. Under out of bounds. Fielded safely by Wendell Carter. Now Franz Wagner. Midway to the 4th right now. 6 minutes to go. Boston by 10. Caldwell-Pope for Franz Wagner. Wagner against Jaylen Brown. Steps back behind the line. His 3 rims out. Rebound Porzingis, but another loose ball foul. This one on Derek White, I believe. Now the Celtics are over the limit. 4th foul on Derek White. Celtics go over the limit first, and this is going to be a battering slugfest full of free throw attempts for the final 5:52. First free throw, no good for Anthony Black, who has been the only one who scored here for Orlando in the last 3 minutes.
Where's Rasheed Wallace at? Ball don't lie, man. Ball don't lie.
And now, as you like to call them, the best defensive backcourt in Celtics history. Holiday and White each with 4 fouls and 5:52 left. Second free throw is good. So Anthony Black has outscored the Celtics 5-3 in the last couple of minutes and cut the Boston lead to 9, 93-84. 5:46 to go in the rock fight that we will forever remember game 2 as being. Al Horford sets the screen trying to free Derek White. He's going to pull up, shoot a 3, and knock it down. Out of nowhere. What can you do? 14 for Derek White. 2 big threes here in the 4th quarter. Boston by 12. Banchero drives, runs into Porzingis. His shot is no good. Offensive rebound, and he's fouled on the putback. More free throws coming for Orlando.
Well, what you're doing, Porzingis is standing there. Banchero just literally just ran over him, trying to get towards the basket. Got that on Al Horford.
Another missed free throw for Banchero. The second half three-point disparity has killed the Orlando Magic. Banchero gets 1 of 2. 96-85. Magic have missed 8 free throws. Celtics have missed 7. Boston by 11. 5:14 to go in game 2. Derek White gets the Porzingis screen on Caldwell Pope. Moves it to Al Horford. Now Drew Holiday comes together. Holiday deep on the right side. Shot clock down to 6. Derek White, couple of dribbles on Carter. Pull up 3. How about 3 in a row? Comes up short. Offensive rebound, Al Horford. Kick out Derek White. He thought about it, puts it back in his pocket. Floats it to Al Horford. Al puts it to the floor on Banchero. Kick back to Derek White. 3 comes up short. Rebound pinballs around and ends up in the hands of Anthony Black. Celtics had some chances, swinging for a knockout. Banchero avoids traffic, steps into the paint, draws the double kick to the corner for a Wendell Carter 3.
Wendell Carter has been timely.
Magic have cut it to 8. 96-88. 4:25 to go in game 2. They're just 6 of 26 from distance. Celtics 11 of 34. Jaylen Brown pull up on Carter. 3 sails. Back iron. No good. Rebound. Orlando Caldwell Pope, and he's fouled by Derek White. That's a bad foul. 5th on Derek White, and Caldwell Pope, who has not come close to making a shot all night, now gets to walk to the other end of the floor and shoot free throws.
Wow. At the outside, trying to get that rebound. Now it puts more pressure on guys like Pritchard, about to come back in this game.
All right, there's 4:14 to go as Derek White comes out. When do you bring him back?
2-minute mark.
So now Caldwell Pope, the center of all the anger of Celtics Nation with Tatum being out, misses a free throw.
Well, I'm not sure about that $66 million they gave him.
An 86% free throw shooter who is 0 for 8 tonight. Just missed a free throw the Magic needed. Down by 8 with 4:14 to go. Second one is in the air and good. His nightmare is finally over, we think. But Orlando here has risen again. 10-6 advantage, with 2 threes from Derek White being the only Celtic scoring plays in the last few minutes. Boston by 7, 96-89, 4:03 to go. Pritchard on the left side, watched by Carter. Cross court, Al Horford's got it. Return to Jaylen Brown straight away against Wagner. Shot clock down to 4. Jaylen going to have to make it happen. Steps around Wagner, pump fake, floats it up and in. It has been Jaylen Brown's night. Center stage. 98-89. 31 for Jaylen. Banchero shows Horford the ball, kick back to Wagner. Wagner driving on Jaylen, runs it from 10 feet, no good. Those are the shots that have been falling for him tonight. Rebound Jaylen Brown, and reality starting to settle in now. Celtics with 3:29 to go, lead by 9, and have got the ball. Jaylen Brown deep on the right side against Banchero. Jaylen dribbling between his legs, into rhythm. Dribbles to the free throw line. Pull up high. Arcing jumper is good. Jaylen's got it all going tonight. Having one of the games of his life. Caldwell Pope finally banks in a shot from 14 feet.
I'm not sure if he meant to do that.
33 for Jaylen Brown. Exactly 3 minutes to go if you're syncing up. Boston by 9. Holiday picked up at the three-point line by Wendell Carter. Celtics shouldn't be in a hurry. Here's the entry, Porzingis against Caldwell Pope. Porzingis, one dribble, rises, kick back to Holiday. Going to put it to the floor. Drives around Carter, bounce pass to the cutter. Pritchard under the basket. In a lot of traffic. Shot clock winding down. He muscles it up and in. Scored in the foul. The clock was winding down on Peyton Pritchard. The walls were closing in on Peyton Pritchard. But as he has done all throughout his 6th man year, he squeezed through 2 defenders, pushed it off the glass and in. Will go to the line with a chance for 3 that may be the deciding blow in game 2.
That was Houdini. Houdini Pritchard. He walked through the walls and nobody could stop him. Oh my God. The man's a gun.
2:39 to go in game 2. Boston 102, Orlando 91 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
As the Celtics prepare to defend their title, they know they'll have to protect home court. At Amica Insurance, they understand how important it is to protect the things that matter most to you. So they put in the time to make sure you're taken care of. Whether it's talking through the details of your coverage or following up after a claim, your auto, home, and life insurance are more than just policies. They're protection for the life you built. Visit amica.com and get a quote today.
Whether you're carpooling the kids to the gym or catching a game at the Garden, those parking lots have one thing in common: Ford SUVs. Because whether you're hauling gear to practice or getting the gang together on Causeway, there's a Ford SUV that's just right for you and your crew, including the Ford Explorer with seating for up to 7 and the Bronco Sport with standard GOAT modes and 4x4 capability. Make your next stop your New England Ford dealers.
Fresh berries are bountiful and now on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Today through Thursday, buy 2, get 1 free on 1-pound strawberries, pint blueberries, or 6-ounce raspberries or blackberries. Yes, it's a very good sale. Pick 2 of your favorite berries and get a 3rd free. Lowest price item is free. Short on time? Order free curbside pickup or get delivery. Fresh berries are ripe and ready. Hurry in and save today. Shaw's and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh.
Oh, this Bosch motor saw really is smooth. Feeling smooth. Who said that? It's your inner Bosch, baby. I'm that scoobity-bebop smooth feeling you get when you make smooth cuts with that moobity-mibbity-mibbity-mubbity motor saw. So I'll just keep ski-bop sawing then? Now you're getting it. Beep-bop-beat-up-wow, motor saw is my favorite.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a
Bosch.
First half, 3-point shooting in the series. The Celtics have made 11. Orlando has made 10. In the second half, the Celtics have made 16. Orlando has made 6. They have to keep that number close to have a chance. Celtics have an 11-point lead with 2:39 to go in Game 2.
An 11-point lead with Pritchard going to the line to make it possibly a 12-point lead, completing a 3-point play. And now, what has hurt Orlando? He said, not being able to knock down the threes with all these other guys. The guy that you have paid all this money for, Caldwell Pope, to knock down threes, has been ineffective and essentially kneeled tonight from the 3-point line.
It almost seems so obvious when Jason Tatum isn't here to say, well, Jaylen Brown is to step up and have a special game. But it never happens that way. Tonight, it's exactly what happened. Exactly what happened.
Saying again, he's that guy. You know, he makes an attempt like that and shooting the basketball and being effective and taking charge and taking care of the basketball. Good things have happened for the Celtics.
I never thought Mr. Brightside would become a ballpark song, but all the rage. Fenway here at the Garden tonight, where Peyton Pritchard misses a free throw. And the rebound belongs to Orlando. Still some work to do. Orlando down by 11, 2:32 to go. This is where they really struggled in Game 1. They just could not speed up when they needed to. Banchero spins on Holiday, attacks, draws a double kick to the corner. Carter 3, got another one. Exact same play. Wendell Carter, after a rough quarter and a half to start Game 2, has been great in the minutes he has played since then. He's got 16. Jaylen Brown has been the man of the match. He has stayed with Banchero for all 48 minutes tonight. 102-94, Boston by 8. Or Eddie Palladino about to announce 2 minutes remaining right now. Jaylen Brown, hounded by Banchero, exposed to the ball, knocked away by Wagner. Wolford steps in, he punches it free, but all that does is run the shot clock out. Jamal Mosley punches his fist as Orlando gets the 24-second violation, gets the ball back down by 8 with 1:55 to go.
What he's saying is spread out right now.
Whoa. Wagner, catch and shoot, 3 in the air, no good. Oh, that would have been a monster. Rebound, Porzingis, that would have cut it to 5. Instead, the Celtics lead by 8, and they can run some clock here with 1:42 to go in Game 2. Ball in the hands of Pritchard, deep on the right side. Wendell Carter in front of him. Now Pritchard starts his drive. Stops at the 3-point line. Second man coming is Caldwell Pope. Ball moved to Holiday. Holiday drives down the middle of the floor, hangs in the air, throws it through 2 men out to the corner for Jaylen Brown. Good night 3.
Hello, Irene. Hello, Irene. Good night, Irene.
Banchero driving, runs it up with the right hand, no good. Porzingis has the rebound, away to Pritchard. We could be witnessing the game of Jaylen Brown's life. NBA Finals MVP, put that aside. He has played near perfection tonight with Jason Tatum watching in street clothes. Celtics are 62 seconds away from a 2-0 lead. Holiday, long lead into the corner. Jaylen deserves to take it, and it finally rims out, but there's Al Horford to clean up the mess. He drops the shot as Franz Wagner drops his head because the reality has sunk in. Orlando's going to go back home down 0-2. 107-94. Wagner drive scores on Porzingis, but Orlando is out of time here. Al Horford catches up to the loose ball in the front court and then fumbles it out of bounds. Magic will get it back, but they're down by 11 with 44 seconds to go. I'm not sure you can play harder or with more purpose playing the way you wanted to than Orlando has in these first two games. But you drop your guard for a second, and there's Drew Holiday making a play. There's Derek White bearing a big three, and tonight Jaylen Brown has just carried the mantle and matched Banchero every step of the way. He gets a standing ovation as he comes out, and he deserves every decibel of it. Banchero drives. He fumbled the ball. It's off Hauser out of bounds. No foul committed there. 38 seconds to go in an 11-point game.
Hauser around Banchero. That's almost an automatic foul.
Now, the discussion's going to be, can you stretch Jason Tatum now?
Well,
give him more time to heal. Caldwell Pope enters it to Carter. They'll hand to Wagner. This is just mathematics at this point. Wagner driving on Hauser, elevates. This gets contested. Foul called on Horford is saying Wagner pushed off on him, but Wagner will get free throws here. And Al's playing minute 48 in an 11-point game, saying no easy baskets.
Well, and he's actually correct. It was the arm that he went into Al. Wagner had his opportunity with that three that he missed. Brown came back and knocked down one, and then Al Horford does what he does.
You can't get around in the age of three-point shooting. If your fatal flaw is that you can't shoot, there's just no way around it in a 48-minute game. And Orlando 7 of 28 from three tonight. And the Celtics did not have a good three-point shooting night. Did not have a great offensive night. Wagner gets the free throws here. 3-possession game, 31.1 to go. And Derek White throws away the inbound. Porzingis, did he save it off Wagner? He did.
Wow, Derek.
The Celtics threw away the inbound. Derek White missed Holiday. It bounced near Porzingis in the front court. He was falling out of bounds, but he just slapped it off Wagner to keep possession with Boston.
Why were you in such a hurry to get the ball in?
A reasonable question. Ask Isaiah Thomas about rushing in the inbound. Inbound, in safe to Drew Holiday. Magic pretty much at the foul here. Let's see if they're going to. Holiday turns, kick to the corner. Al Horford just holding. As the Celtics will run some clock. Fans wanted to knock out three. Instead, Houston reaches in to foul Holiday with 20.2 to go, and he will walk to the free throw line to seal game two. 10 rebounds apiece for Brown, Horford, and Porzingis tonight.
They're what they need to do. And you think about Derek White. He was slow to get started scoring the basketball. All of a sudden, bam, 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 hits some of those threes. Now has 17 points in the game, but Jaylen Brown was magnificent. He was just magnificent.
He opened the game with a three. He opened the second half with a pair of threes. He went 5 of 7 from distance. This was a guy who statistically was one of the worst three-point shooters among qualifiers in the NBA this year. But he did everything you could possibly ask of a guy with Jason Tatum out. Remember the game? He had to be that guy, and he couldn't in Orlando right before Christmas. Free throws good for Holiday, 109-98. One more shot here for Banchero. Holiday pulls away. Banchero scores easily. A 32-point game for Banchero. Celtics do have to get it across half court. Hauser got knocked down by Houston. Did they call that foul?
No.
Nope. So the pass misses. Hauser got knocked out. Orlando will get it back here for the final 3 seconds.
Well, they do get in their backcourt, though.
Inbound to Wagner. Final seconds will tick off the clock. The Orlando Magic needed it to be a rock fight. They wanted it to be a rock fight. They were hoping it would be a rock fight in these 2 games in Boston. But they've discovered the hard truth. The Celtics have a better slingshot. The final score in Game 2, Boston 109, Orlando 100. Celtics lead the best of 7, 2-0. Back with more on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Postseason dunks, threes, buzzer beaters. There's so much NBA happening. I gotta keep up.
Whoa, take it easy there. There's a better way to NBA. All playoffs long.
Wait, really?
With the NBA app, you get real-time stats and scores for every playoff matchup. Witness playoff drama as it unfolds.
Wait, seriously?
Catch every bucket all in one place, all for free.
Where have you been all my life?
There's a better way to NBA. Download
Porzingis, one dribble, rises, kick back to Holiday. Going to put it to the floor. Drives around Carter, bounce pass to the cutter. Pritchard under the basket. In a lot of traffic. Shot clock winding down. He muscles it up and in. Scored in the foul. The clock was winding down on Peyton Pritchard. The walls were closing in on Peyton Pritchard. But as he has done off the wrap, his 6th man year, he squeezed through 2 defenders, pushed it off the glass and in. Will go to the line with a chance for 3 that may be the deciding blow. There you go, Peyton. A little poetry for you. That's just for you, for your 6th man year. Celtics win this 109-100. Dude, that was a rock fight, and it seemed like the kind of game that you love.
Sure, it was definitely a battle. I felt like we were in a boxing match. Really physical, but, I'm good, Scott. We got the W. Now we got to go take care of business in Orlando.
The thing that really impressed me was, again, that, you're playing without one of your main guys and you don't have him, but everybody else. Talk about Jaylen Brown, what he did today. He was unreal.
Unbelievable today. Unbelievable. The shots he hit, that's the reason he's an all-star, top-level player. He comes through for us, so he did what he did today.
Let me tell you the reason why he hits those shots. Because you're playing them all the time one-on-one.
Sure. So, hey, iron sharpens iron, baby. Make each other better.
Isn't that really the story of what happened tonight? When talking to Joe about a theme before Game 1 about the 82 games that had just passed in the full season, he just realized that whoever was out, whoever has been out throughout the course of the year, you guys just responded to it. And tonight, just a perfect example of, okay, you take this piece out, this is how we're going to play.
Takes a full team to win the championship, so you got to have a lot of depth. Not everybody's going to be healthy. Like last year, we didn't even have KP for a lot of it, so you got to have guys that step up, and that's the type of team we have.
Let me ask you before we let you go. KP loves to get cut. I mean, he plays to the crowd. He had blood on the back of his head.
KP loves UFC, so
yeah, exactly.
He loves that for sure.
WWE, UFC.
He loves it.
Dude, yeah, seriously, before we let you go, did you really not know when they announced that last night?
No, I found out on national TV just like everybody else.
I mean, you think somebody could send you a text or something?
It kept it exciting.
All right, my friend, congratulations on that. Congratulations on this. We'll see you on the plane.
Thank you. Sounds good.
Peyton Pritchard, the NBA's 6th man, joining us in the America's guest and the mayor of Boston, Kristaps Porzingis, throwing a bloody towel to the crowd as he goes back to the locker room. The Boston Celtics lead the best of 7, 2-0. They survive without Jason Tatum tonight on a career epic, brilliant performance by Jaylen Brown. 109-100 is the final. We'll wrap it next on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Today's game doesn't start with the tip-off. It starts off the court with all the work you put in.
Hey sports fans, thank you so much for hanging out with us here on Toronto Sports Insider during the Playoff Pulse. Our mission is simple, bringing sports fans together to hang out, cheer, and change the world one insider at a time, while supporting SickKids Hospital in Toronto every single game.
Cheers, insiders and sports fans from around the world. The Playoff Pulse campaign on Toronto Sports Insider is uniting fans worldwide through the thrill of NHL and NBA playoffs. Every game, every fan, every moment counts. The link is pinned in the chat and in the description. Check out our campaign page. Donate if you can, or share it with friends. Holy Mackinac! Every click helps sick kids heal the future. Just by being here, you have already made an impact. Now, chat it up, keep it classy, and let's keep changing the world one insider at a time.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. Thanks for hanging out with us. This is TSI Mike, and now that we've got your attention, we're bringing you every single game of the NBA and NHL playoffs while supporting SickKids Hospital in Toronto through our Playoff Pulse campaign. Let's grow our global community. Hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell, and join the action.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. The Playoff Pulse on Toronto Sports Insider is all about playoff thrills and making a difference, with 100% of Leaf playoff stream revenue going directly to SickKids for their life-saving treatments and research. We're aiming for 100,000 insiders to boost our impact. So subscribe now and be a part of this incredible movement. Holy Mackinac! Let's show SickKids Hospital we're here for them. Join us today.
Hey you, yeah you, Easton Cowan, Leafs prospect here. I'm loving these Playoff Pulse live hangouts. Subscribe and turn on the bell to catch every game. Keep the chat buzzing and let's cheer for SickKids together. See you in the chat.
Hey sports fans, it's TSI Mike, and we're uniting fans worldwide with the NHL and NBA playoff action while supporting SickKids Hospital right here in Toronto. Click the live viewer.
bhp.org/everyday. This Bosch 2-in-1 impact driver rules.
Ooh, yeah!
That couldn't have been
Macho Man Randy Savage indeed. Yeah, a.k.a. Urine or Bosch. I'm a macho manifestation of that feeling you get when you use that 2-in-1 impact driver.
Oh, yeah?
Nah, say it with your chest, brother. Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! We'll work on that. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
Stops at the three-point line. Second man coming is Caldwell Pope. Ball moved to Holiday. Holiday drives down the middle of the floor, hangs in the air, throws it through two men out to the corner for Jaylen Brown. Good night three.
Hello, Irene. Hello, Irene. Good night, Irene.
All right, let's get through the business. First, our hardest working player of the game, brought to you by Bosch Power Tools, engineered for efficiency, comfort, and ease. Bosch Power Tools, built to keep workers going at full strike. Bosch Power Tools, what hard workers deserve. No shortage of candidates for that tonight. I might even put Al Horford into that conversation with his 10 rebounds tonight. He was so active and so engaged in this game. Celtics did not shoot the three well, but they outshot Orlando again in the second half. They made 8 threes in the second half, thanks to Kelly's Roast Beef for their generosity. For every 3, they'll donate $33 to one mission, helping kids fight cancer, up to $10K. Kelly's Roast Beef, home of the original three-way. Proud to be local, always original. Celtics playoff basketball brought to you by Amica, the exclusive auto, home, and life insurance partner of the Celtics. As the chase for Banner 19 continues, make sure you visit Amica.com today to get a quote on award-winning insurance. All right, you brought up, as we were in the break, you brought up Game 3 of the NBA Finals in Dallas. Legitimate. He's had a 50-point game here against Orlando a few years ago. I've done every single game the dude has played in the NBA. I've never seen Jaylen Brown better than he was in Game 2 tonight.
He was exceptional. I can't argue the point. I think what he did was he took over the great game, and the things I really liked about what Jaylen Brown did today, did all the other little things. When you're talking about rebounding the basketball, that was one of the things I said. 10 rebounds tonight with Jaylen Brown. We don't see those numbers. That is what I talked about. He could score, but he's going to have to do those other things and get an assist.
You know what he did tonight? He did the Jaylen things, and then he also did the Jason things. Jason gets defensive rebounds. That's a Jason Tatum thing. He piles up defensive rebounds. Tonight, Jaylen Brown had all 10 of his rebounds on the defensive end. He was a +9 in this game. He had 5 assists. 36 points on 19 shots and 5 of 7 from 3, including the tone setter that started the game and the first 2 threes to start the second half, and then he hit that big one late. You know, it's funny. I would not call this a great Derek White game, but when it mattered, he just made those big threes out of nowhere. Drew Holiday kept making plays. The Celtics basically played 6 guys tonight. Sam Hauser played 13 minutes, was not overly involved. Luke Cornett had to come in.